And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Werther. Thank you so much for joining us, man. We got another great game for you, man. We just got done watching an absolute defensive slugfest with the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. The Patriots obviously getting a big win there. The insurmountable amount of turnovers for the Texans there, 4 interceptions in the first half, including a back-breaking fumble there in the third when they were inside the red zone, potentially getting some more points. After that, the Patriots just kind of just whittled the clock away, able to score a touchdown there in the second half to make it a 28-16 victory for them. And they will be going on to Denver to take on Jarrett Stidham coming in for the injured Bo Nix. And we will see which of those two teams will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 60. But that is not until next week. Tonight, we got the Rams going to Chicago to take on the 12-6 Chicago Bears, man. Both of these offenses can put up points, and both of these defenses, though, are not perfect, but, man, they can make plays. The secondary and the ability for the Chicago defense to create turnovers. They were the #1 defense in the NFL at getting turnovers. Not another team was within 5 turnovers. And for the Rams, that front seven, when it is on, can make absolute chaos in the backfield for quarterbacks. And we'll see which one is able to make the difference. Let's go. David Stegosaurus, welcome back. Welcome back to you, sir. Hello, hello. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, man. The Rams offense, man, they're looking healthier. Devontae Adams had a rough wild card week. Wasn't really able to make the impact that he was hoping for, but did get slightly better as the game went on. He missed about a month of football there, missed most of December, to be honest with you. So maybe now with a game under his belt, a couple weeks of practice, and Devontae might be back at it, man. I'm expecting a big game from him. Puka Nacua, a massive game last week for him. And Stafford, if he can get protection, should be able to carve up this secondary pretty well. But watch out, once again, for those turnovers, man. Matthew Stafford doesn't turn the ball over a ton, but he does usually give a defense 1 or 2 good chances throughout a game. So we'll see. Your local been a rough weekend for me. I know, buddy. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But hopefully it gets better, my man. But who do you have tonight, dude? Your local, David? David, you're picking the Rams, right? I think. Yeah. Right? And your local. Give me your predictions, my man. Who do you think is gonna win this one? All right. Yeah, so I think the game is going to be just a little bit late. We have not yet started, which is okay because we need to do a few things here. Everything I have here is still labeled from the previous game. Yeah, I was hoping to have a few more minutes to get some stuff situated, but you know what? We make the best of what we can do, and guess what? As long as there's some good football being played, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. All right. I cannot trust the Bears team. Fourth quarter heroics will not be enough against this Rams team. Rams winning this one 31-21. All right. I like it. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. All right, David, go Rams. I picked the Bears because I figured I can't have a nice things in the NFL season, but I am rooting for the Rams to do us a solid 100%. 100%, man. I'm hoping Stafford can give Chicago one final little send off. Dahlia, hello, hello, my lady. How you doing? Dahlia, who you picking? Who you picking? Let me know. Let me know. Let's go football. I like it. Let's go. All right. Holy cow, man. We got 18 people watching right now. Let's freaking go, man. Yeah, our last stream literally blew the records off the previous streams, man. We've had some really good ones this year, man, but the first time a stream has hit 5,000, first stream to hit 6,000. So that's a credit to you guys. Thank you so much. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dave. Welcome to the channel. We're doing every single playoff game this year. I think this game right here that we're doing is either 101 or 100. I'll have to look that up at some point later. But yeah, man, we have hit triple digits in terms of the games that we have streamed this year alone. So, man, if you're looking forward to something like that, please leave a like, subscribe, helps out the video, helps out the channel a ton. But all right, man, they just got done singing the Spangled Banner here, so we're about to get this underway, man. I can't say it out loud. The fear, the fear. Yeah, man, let's freaking go. Thank you so much, man. We got 27 people now, man. Let's go. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. Welcome, welcome. Once again, my name is Dave. We're doing every playoff game. This game is about to get underway here. They're taking the flag off the field, and I'm expecting the kickoff to take maybe about 2 minutes here. Yeah. All right, we're going to keep it rolling here, man. So in this matchup, it's going to feature two quarterbacks that have some similar history, man. Matthew Stafford, a former first overall pick by Detroit, played in the NFC for a long time, played Chicago twice a year for the majority of his NFL career. Caleb Williams, first overall pick, obviously for Chicago. I mean, I think both of those kids grew up. Both of those guys grew up in either played or grew up in California, man. So these guys have a lot of history. Very, very good quarterbacks. One has won a Super Bowl. One is the front runner potentially for the MVP in Matthew Stafford. And Caleb Williams, man, is a guy that has changed the way Chicago is viewed, at least in terms of NFL football, the last year or so, man. This kid is he's looking good, man. And as a Packer fan, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But honestly, man, I'm just glad that the rivalry in Chicago versus Green Bay is it's picking up some steam. You know, you got Ben Johnson in the locker room after beating Green Bay, basically saying "F the Packers." I think that's disrespectful, but I like it. I freaking like it, man. Good. This is the oldest franchise in sports, and it's been one-sided for the last 30 years. Thankfully, it's been one-sided for in the favor of Green Bay. But let's freaking go, man. Let's make this the new Steelers and Ravens, all right, in the NFC. I'm hoping the Packers and the Bears have some great matchups. Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, I hope they can keep going at it after each other for the next couple, let's hope the next decade, man. Let's freaking go. The only thing that's better than a rivalry that is one-sided for your team is when it's when you were able to beat that team and they are actually a pretty good team. Beating them in the playoffs, hopefully next year or the next couple years, would be awesome. All right, man. Mevis, no relation to Beavis, is about to kick it off here. Kick is away, caught around the 9, return to the 15, to the 20, 25, and breaks the tackle to the 30, 35, and finally taken down at the 37. All right, man. About to see Chicago take off. Steve, come on, LA. Come on, King Matt Stafford. Beat these Bears. I agree with you, man. 100%. All right, man. We got 26 people watching, man. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dave. We do every possible game we can. We're doing every playoff game this year. This game right here that we're doing just got us to over 100 streams on the season, man. So we're going to keep it going all the way through the Super Bowl. Williams under center, single back in the backfield, hands it off to the, nope, keeping it himself, rolling to the right. Gets it out to DJ Moore, who's streaking down the right sideline and getting it inside the 30, down to the 28 of LA, man. Woo, the former Carolina Panthers zooming right through this defense. Do a great play action. Little short crossing route. Look at that, dude. The speed of DJ Moore, man, when you get the ball in this guy's hands, which has been a problem for Chicago for a good chunk of the season. Hand off to Swift, and the ball, I think, is loose. And DeAndre Swift, I think, just gave the Rams the ball here. And, nope, never mind. Elbow is down. All right, man, the former Detroit Lion. Kind of getting away with the one there just for a second. All right, Caleb play action, throwing to the left side, and it goes in and out of the hands of Roma Dunze. All right, we got 3rd and 5 coming up. I like the confidence that Chicago's playing with right now, man. Early in the season, man, you could tell that a lot of the receivers, Caleb, they were double checking to see if they were in the right spot instead of just playing the ball, just playing football. Everything seems a lot smoother, a little bit faster for Chicago. All right, 3rd and 5, 3 receivers to the left. Caleb in the shotgun, hands it off to Swift, and he is going to be stopped up after a gain of 2. All right. I'm assuming you run the ball on 3rd and 5. That means you're going for it on 4th and short. There we go. Yeah, Ben Johnson, he's been aggressive, man. He was aggressive against Green Bay. It didn't always work out for him early in the game. I think they were 0 for 3 at some point in that game against Green Bay, but eventually it worked. 4 and 3. Caleb looking, throws, and it's intercepted. To the 5, to the 10, and down to the 15, and Chicago comes up empty. Either way, it was either going to be incomplete. Honestly, this is more like a punt at this point. Caleb comes up trying to shake off something from that right hand. Yeah, it looks like he got hit as he was throwing, so Chicago, man, coming up with nothing on the opening drive. That was looking great. I don't know why you don't take the points, but that's how some of these young modern coaches, man, they've been very, very aggressive on 4th down, even when they are within field goal range. Dude, let's freaking go, man. We got 30 people watching right now, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Please, if you get a chance, like the video, subscribe. It's a free way to support the video and the channel. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's Eben, go Bears. Eben, you're not rooting for Matthew Stafford, man? Former Detroit Lion, dude. No, I want the Bears to make the Super Bowl. Okay. Oh, dang. Christopher Banks, what's going on? I'm going with the Rams. Let's go. Let's go, man. First off, Christopher, welcome to the channel, my man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. There we go. Going for the Rams. I'm right there with you, man. I'm a Packer fan. I can't. It's not in my DNA to root for the Bears. I can't do it. Yeah, I was kind of hoping the Texans would make it all the way, man, because that defense was great, and it would have been nice to see a franchise win its first Super Bowl, but not going to happen this year, man. It's either going to be a repeat or it's going to be a team like Chicago that hasn't won one in about 40 years. So let's go. Thank you. Oh, yeah, heck yeah, man. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Christopher, who's your favorite team, man? Who do you root for when they're not playing right now, man? Let me know. I'm a Packer fan. David Stegosaurus, the gentleman right below you, is a Chiefs and Green Bay fan. Eben is a Detroit fan. Yeah. First and 10. Stafford throws, and that's going to be incomplete, trying to get it to Puka Nacua there. All right, David with the Rams. There we go. Steve, I want to see a match between Seattle and LA again. There we go. Patrick, what's going on, Patrick? Welcome, brother. Good to see you again. Johnson doesn't have a field goals in his DNA either. Playoffs take the 3 points. That's fair enough. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Stafford in the shotgun, running back to his right. Ball at the 15. Devontae Adams alone to the right side. Looking at Puka, looking at Puka all the way, and he will get it down to the 30. Pick up a 15 for one of the best receivers in the game. Let's go. Christopher Banks. I'm a diehard Giants fan all the way right now. There we go. Hey, man, dude, congrats on getting John Harbaugh. How do you feel, man? I think it's a good pickup. Super Bowl winning coach. Seems like a stable dude, not only in temperament, but seems like he's going to be able to kind of get the Giants to some level of success, I feel like. Stafford pressured, throws it away, and actually tried to get it out to Williams, but unable to haul it in. Also, I forget. There we go. Sorry, the lights are still from the previous game. Bam, there we go. All right, we got 2nd and 10, ball at the 30. Stafford, high snap, able to corral it, gets it out to Whittington, and that's going to be another 15 yards down to the 45, man. The Rams are just picking up chunks at this point. I feel it's okay. We need a squad again. That's true. Very, very true. I feel like the Giants, their offense, they dealt with a lot of injuries, man. They lost Scadaboo. They lost Neighbors early on. Those are two massive, massive pieces. I think for the Giants, they need to add another running back to kind of pair with Scadaboo. You always need a couple of running backs in the NFL. I would like to see if they can get another receiver to pair with Malik Neighbors and probably rebuild a little bit of that offensive line. Williams patiently running, and he's going to get it across the 50 down to Chicago's 49, man. Kyren Williams. Nice little pickup. And then the defense. I feel like you got some good players on that defensive line, but I feel like the secondary definitely needs to be reworked a little bit. I feel like the Giants are missing that extra guy to pair with I'm trying to think of his name, Brian Burns. I think if you can get another guy with Brian Burns, I think that will change that defensive front seven for the Giants. All right, 2nd and 4. Stafford under center, single back in the backfield. And we got a timeout here. I think it's going to be on the Rams. Oh, no. Oh, actually, yes. So there was a penalty, but the Rams were able to get the timeout first. So down to 2. Christopher Banks, most definitely. Heck yeah. There we go. Steve, they will give New York a better record than 4-13 for sure. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true, man. Yeah, I feel like the Giants are not that far away, man. They were competitive against some really good teams, man. Some really, really good teams. They were leading against the Broncos quite a bit. They beat the Eagles this year, which may not seem like a big thing, but they put up some decent points against that defense. So I feel like the Giants were. I feel like they've had like 4 or 5 games that easily could have gone their way. It's gonna be a run to Kyren, and he is tripped up from behind after a gain of 1. That was Nishan Wright, who has been one of the best players on this defense, man. A lot of picks for Wright. All right, we got 3rd and 3. Stafford in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that right side. Looks, throws, gets it out to Puka Nacua. That's going to be another first down for the Rams. Picks up 5 on that one. Dude, holy cow, man. We got 51 people watching. Let's freaking go, man. Thank you so much, man. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dave. We're doing every playoff game. I think this game is going to just take us over 100 streams on the year, man. That we're getting at them at a clip, man. We're averaging 5 games per week. Last week we did all 6 wildcard games, and we're doing all games this week as well. So, man, welcome. Please, if you get a chance, leave a like and subscribe. All right, Kyren Williams with a handoff to the right side, and he is good for 8 yards on that one. Yeah, Kyren and Blake Corum, man, they were one of the best tandems in the regular season, but they started to kind of slow down over the last couple of weeks, man. And they were definitely gonna need to have a big game here because you don't want Stafford throwing the ball 30 or 40 times against this very opportunistic defense. Once again, Chicago's defense leading the NFL in turnovers, man, and also the number 1 team at interceptions here. So 2nd and 3, ball at the 37. Stafford under pressure, gets it out to Whittington to the 30. He's got some blockers, 25-20, and down out of bounds near the 16. And that's another big chunk there for the Rams offense. Puka, a 5th-round pick, tells me a lot about these football experts calling themselves scouts. Yeah, man, it's, some of the best GMs have always said that the draft is a crapshoot, man. You can do all the research, but you just don't know how a player is either going to develop, how they're going to handle success, how they're going to handle money, and on top of that, how they're going to handle the next step of competition. And it's a quick throw, and Matthew Stafford missing his tight end in the end zone. Parkinson able to get past his man. 2nd down coming up. And you see it. I don't want to say you see it all the time, man, but you see it quite often with guys, man. It's easy to have confidence. It's easy to be almost very assured of yourself when you know you're the best player on the field and you're doing it against guys that may not be up to your level. But when you're in the NFL, man, these are the best of the best. You're not going to be able to dominate every single week, every single down. You got to be able to handle that mentally and bounce back. Throws to his to his running back there, and it looks like Kyren able to get it down to the 10. Got 3rd down coming up. Steve, there's something inside me. It feels next season Dallas or New York will win the NFC East, and the Eagles out of the play. Oh, okay. Patrick, true crapshoot for sure, 100%. Like Tom Brady, 6th-round draft pick. Brock Purdy, literally the last pick of the draft. 3rd and 10. Quick throw to the right side. And that's going to be a first down to the 4. Once again, Kyren Williams, man. He has been the top back in this drive, man. We have not seen Blake Corum at all. David, look at that, man. Go Pack, go, baby. Come on. All right, man. We got a 1st and goal, ball just inside the 5 there. Charles Taylor, Chicago Bears. Let's go. Oh, man, it hurts. It hurts, man. But I'm with you, Charles, man. I can feel you. Stafford looking, throws it away. I don't know what Stafford was doing there, but it'll be 2nd and goal here. Charles, welcome to the channel, my man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And are you a Chicago fan, or are you just hoping they win tonight? Let me know. All right, we got 6:24 on the clock here. 6:24. Stafford changing a few things here at the line. Single back in the backfield. Stafford under center. Hands it off. Williams cuts it inside, and it's a touchdown for the Rams. Kyren Williams getting us our first set of points here in the game. Let's go, baby. Dude, Stafford is he's keeping this offense humming, dude. Oh, dude, Kyren took a shot when he got into the end zone there, but scoring a touchdown always makes the pain feel just a little bit less. All right, man. Mevis, no relation to Beavis. His kick is right down the middle, man. All right, man. A little past midway through the first quarter here, the Rams able to take advantage of the Caleb Williams interception, and we'll see if the Chicago Bears can respond. They were looking good on that offensive drive, and then it just kind of started to stall out just a little bit. A little bit of an errant throw there. Almost got a touchdown, trying to get it to Romadunze. And then Caleb trying to force a ball into tight coverage. It goes right past his receiver and into the hands of a Rams defender. So holy cow, man. 61 people, man. You guys are insane. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, if you get a chance, like, subscribe. It's a great free way to support me on the channel, man. There's nobody else that does this. I do editing. I do everything on this channel, man. So if you get a chance, man, leave a like, subscribe, man. Thank you, thank you. Right. So right now we're on a commercial break. We're not missing a thing here. So the one thing to note for Chicago, man, they got 2 really good running backs, man. They got DeAndre Swift, and they got the rookie out of Rutgers, Kyle Menengai. Those 2 guys made, honestly, man, one of the 2 best 1 and 2 tandems in the backfield all season, man. For the first, I would say, 5 or 6 games, Swift was by far taking up 90% of the snaps at running back. But then as Swift either struggled or got hurt one of those games, Kyle just really started to come on, man. I think he had like almost 200 yards in one of the starts that he had. And since then, it's been I think Swift is still the preferred back. He's very versatile, man, a veteran guy that has been able to win in this league. He won a Super Bowl with the Eagles a couple years ago. And then finally, man, being able to get a 2-back system going along with what you have in Caleb Williams, deadly, borderline deadly, man. Colston Loveland is a dangerous weapon, man. He absolutely destroyed the Packers last week. And then with these receivers really coming on, Luther Burden, a rookie, Walker, another rookie, and you're starting to see these guys really mature into themselves in this offense. All right. Steph Martin, what's going on? Go Rams. Let's go. Let's go. Heck yeah. Captain Mickey Mouse, Dave, let me boost this up. Heck yeah, man. Captain, appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. And Steph, hope you're doing. Steven. Sorry if I mispronounced your name there. But yeah, man, welcome. Let me know who your team is. If you're a Rams fan, let me know. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you popping in. All right. And this one is going to be downed in the end zone there for a touchback. And once again, we're doing every playoff game, man. Every single one. We did 6 last week. We're doing 4 this week, and we're going to do the 2 championship games next week as well, along with the Super Bowl after that, man. Yeah, we've done over 100 games this season already. We did 90 last year, and we're just kind of keeping going, man. We're going to keep it going. All right, 1st and 10. Caleb under center. Fullback, running back in the backfield. Toss to the right. And it's going to be Kyle Menenga, the rookie, and he is wrapped up for a loss of 2. Yeah, dude, I feel the pain right there for Caleb, man. When it's cold outside and you hit your finger, oh, it hurts. Hurts right to the bone. 2nd and 12. Caleb in the shotgun. Quick throw to the left. Gets it out to the rookie Luther Burden, making the man miss. This guy is so freaking dangerous, man. And what looked like was going to be a 3 or 4 yard gain turns into a gain of 9. Yeah, Burden has really developed into a dangerous weapon, man. Such a shifty guy. He's got natural hands, man. Look at how easily he catches that ball. And then on top of that, the yards after the catch, man, making 2-3 guys miss to make this a manageable 3rd and short. All right, Chicago in the eye here. Hands it off. And it's going to be a 1st down run for Kyle Menenga, picking up 2 on 3rd down. All right, we got 4:25 here left in the first. 4:25. Caleb, play action. Looking, has time. Rolling to his left. Launching one, and it goes in and out of the hands of his tight end there. And that's another rookie on this offense, man. Colston Loveland, who has really been coming on. I remember being there in Green Bay during the draft, and I remember there's a Chicago fan probably like less than 10 feet away from me when they drafted Colston Loveland in the 1st round. I think he was a top 10 pick. I can't remember if he was 8 or 10. I can't remember, but that Bears fan was like, "What? A tight end?" He was not happy. But Loveland has looked good. Snap, throws to the right, is bobbled, and Zacchaeus able to haul that one in and pick up 9 on the play. Yeah, Zacchaeus, man, they picked him up from the Commanders, man. I remember when I was calling a couple of Commander games last year, man. He was a guy that always kind of popped off. A really good slot receiver. Doesn't do anything truly spectacular, but is consistent, man. Always has some solid hands. Not really on display there, but really opportunistic. Run to the right. Swift has some room across the 50 and down to the Rams 47. There you go, man. Great blocking down the field there by Smythe, the former Dolphin tight end. Stephen Martin, you seem very informed about teams. All players love your channel. Keep it up. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Caleb looking. Throws it down the field, and that's going to be caught. There is a flag, and Loveland getting it inside the 25, but let's see what the flag is. Absolutely. No, I tried. One, I love football, man. I love football. And, I feel like, the best thing I can do, especially besides talking about the game and just kind of chatting about football, is, talking about the players. Like almost all of these players have like interesting stories, coaches, their systems. It's always fun. So I think this is actually going to be on the Rams here. They jumped offside, so that big chunk play by Colston Loveland will stand. 1st and 10, ball at the 24. All right, handoff. Kyle Menengai breaking a couple tackles, stays on his feet and gets it down to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, man. Woo! Like a bowling ball just knocking through some pins there, man. Yeah, that sounds about right. Great job there by Smythe once again. Blocking. Jesus. Woo. Number 1 there for the Rams just got bulldozed by Kyle. 1st and 10. Sorry, 1st and goal. Up the gut, and this time the Rams say, no. Calm down, big fella. Calm down. They hold him to a 1-yard gain on that one. Yeah, and those are the numbers right there. Only teammates in the NFL with at least 750 yards rushing each. Swift just over 1,000. Kyle approaching 800, and they combined for 14 rushing touchdowns on the year. All right, 2nd and goal. Caleb under center. Hands it off to Menengai up the gut, and he gets it inside the 5 down to the 3. Yeah, just another impressive drive for Chicago, man. This offense, with Chicago, man, I don't want to say they start out fast. They tend to do that, especially recently. But then in the middle of the game, they will have a little bit of like a 3 or 4 drive sequence where they just look out of sorts. And Chicago's going to burn the timeout here. They were not set. Yeah, they definitely started slow as against Green Bay. It took them a while to kind of get started, but you started to see the confidence grow. You started to see that offense really start clicking slowly but surely. It wasn't just like a magical drive that just happened. You could see them just getting their drives a little bit better, picking up some 1st downs and moving down the field. And eventually their defense started to catch up with them, slowed down Green Bay just enough. And then Chicago, like they have done for most of the season, just turned it on in the 4th quarter. One of the best teams at basically come from behind victories this season. All right. 3rd and goal. Caleb in the under center here. Single back in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff up the gut, and Menengai not getting anything on that one. May have picked up half a yard, if that. Yeah, it looks like Ben Johnson not too happy, but he's going to let this clock roll down and get us to the 2nd quarter. All right, man. After one, we only have the 1 touchdown, but we have seen a lot of offense, man. Chicago drove down the field on their opening drive, was looking good, kind of began to stall out, threw a pick on 4th down. Basically, they punted the ball on that one. And then the Rams able to go basically 85 yards down the field, riding Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, and Whittington all the way down for a touchdown there. And now Chicago knocking on the door, facing another fourth down in the red zone. We will see what Ben Johnson does. He's been aggressive this postseason. Went for it multiple times against Green Bay. And we'll see if they decide to take the points here or if they try to say, you know what, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go. Patrick, what's going on, brother? He is going for it. Is he going for it? We'll see, man. We shall see. I've always been a proponent of taking the points early. And I do believe it's situational. Sometimes I feel like if you have a great play that you really like, hey, go for it. You live with the decisions. But to me, especially early on in a playoff game, it's cold, it's bad weather. Points are always at a premium, in my opinion. Mr. Jeffrey, what's going on? As a Niners fan, I think the Rams are washed. They just need to send McVay to Miami. Go ahead and trade Puka and Parkinson to the Niners. Please do it. Hello. You know what? I know most people would say that's a biased take, but I don't know. There's something about you. I trust it. I think they're right. Honestly, they should do it right now. They should be like, hey, Sean, give me your headset. Give me your headset. Puka, you're out of here. That's hilarious, man. First off, Mr. Jeffries, welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome. As you can tell, I'm a Packer fan. So your Niners have caused me a lot of pain in the playoffs over the last decade. It hurts. I don't like it, but you know what? I do like a lot of their players, man. Fred Warner, Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy's a freaking winner, man. And Kyle Shanahan, one of the best coaches in the NFL. So yeah, but salute to you, man. It was a heck of a season, man. The 49ers were, I don't know how they made it this far, man, but damn, dude, that's a heck of a coaching job by that team. All right, man. 4th and goal from about the 2.5-yard line. Kyle in the shotgun. Sorry, Williams in the shotgun. Looking, throws it over the middle, and it's a touchdown. DJ Moore. Ooh. Falling backwards, and Chicago rolling the dice again, and they get it done, baby. Let's go. Patrick, I thought Dan Campbell was the overly aggressive maniac. Turns out it was Ben Johnson. That's why him and Ben, they were a good coaching pair, man. Look at that, dude. Perfect throw by Caleb, man. Just able to get it over the defender, and DJ Moore, man, with some strong hands there. And Santos' kick is good. And we are all tied up with 14:55 here in the second, man. 14:55. Good man. I'm digging your style, my guy. Subbing now. Hey, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, man. We got a good community here, man. We like to mess around. We like to make jokes, but it's always with love, man. It's always with love. So, what's your thoughts on MF? You like the extension? I do, man. I really do. So I was thinking of making a video kind of in between the championship games and the Super Bowl. I'm gonna try to get that out, hopefully. I'm not great at editing. I'm still trying to figure that out, man. But it's gonna be like a video talking about like the history of kind of like Matt LaFleur and what his success is. But the one thing I looked at was comparing it to other coaches that have been successful in the NFC recently, and Kyle Shanahan, one of them. In Kyle's 9 seasons, man, they have had 5 winning seasons and 4 losing seasons. I think all of their losing seasons have been 6 wins or less. They've made the playoffs all 5 years. They've been to the NFC Championship, I think, 3 or 4 times with Kyle, man. Like almost, it seems like every time they make the playoffs, they make it to the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game. But for Matt LaFleur, man, he has he's had 2 less seasons. He has 32 less games coached than Kyle Shanahan, but has 26 less losses than Kyle does. To me, that is like, I mean, that means that Matt LaFleur is winning quite a bit, man. And they're making the playoffs. 7 years coached, and the Packers have made the playoffs 6 out of 7 years with Matt LaFleur. I mean, you're not guaranteed to make that. Like, you look around the league, there's very few teams that have had that consistent success. Is Matt LaFleur perfect? Absolutely not, man. But Andy Reid, before he won those Super Bowls, many people thought he was the new Marty Schottenheimer, guy that's good enough to make the playoffs but can't win the big one. Sometimes it takes time, man. 1st and 10. Stafford, pressured, rolls out to his right, and he's nearly picked off. Hot dang. But I do like the extension. I think it's worth keeping Matt around, man. I think he's done a great job of transitioning from Rodgers to Love without losing a whole lot of success, man. They make the playoffs every year. And the offense is solid, man. They just need to be a little bit better and more consistent. That's what they need to work on. Patrick Gentleman's prop bet. Who throws the next INT? I said it before, man. Stafford does give you a couple chances throughout the games to get INTs. One of them we just saw. Gets it out quickly to his receiver, and that's going to pick up about 6 yards. 3rd and 4 coming up. I agree, he's good. Just gotten tight in the screws. I think so, man. I think sometimes Matt overthinks some stuff, man. He tries to do a little too much, and sometimes it's just simple as like, hey, man, let's just run a short route. Throw the ball, get the ball in your receiver's hands, and make them do some work after the catch. 3rd and 4. But once again, I'm on my couch, so, easy for me to say. Stafford alone in the shotgun, looking to his left, throws it out quickly, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th down coming up, man. Chicago's defense holding this Rams offense, man. Doing a good job. Stafford just escaped an INT, 100%. 100%, man. And this is an opportunistic defense, man. Again, they will give up yards. They have given up points. But the one thing that's been consistent with Chicago, man, is that they get turnovers at a volume rate, man. And that's been helping them. All right. Kick is away, and Duvernay able to spin out of a tackle. Still inside his own 10. Get to the 15 and down near the 20. Look at that, man. Duvernay not settling for a fair catch, and it paid off. All right, we got 13:50 here, baby. 13:50 in the second quarter. But yeah, man, Mr. Jeffrey, what about you, man? The Niners, man. Do you think there's anything they need to change? Like having Robert Saleh, man, just a great defensive coach, man. So what's your opinion, man? Do you guys just have to retool, get healthy, and then you're back at it? What's going on? Let me know. Parker Curries, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel, my man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Steve, about the head coach news. Are there any head coaches you don't have hope on him next season to make a good season with his new team? I think Stefanski is a good hire for Atlanta, man. I feel like they've needed an offensive minded head coach because I think what the defense is doing right now, they've rebuilt that defense. It's still not finished, but I like their pass rushers. I like some of the guys that they have in the secondary. I think they're opportunistic, but the offense needs that next jump. They got the pieces there. They got one of the best backs in the NFL. They got a good backup running back there as well I'm blanking on his name now. One of the few names I can't remember. Algier, there we go. Good backup running back. They got a good tight end who looks like he's finally figured out how to play the position at a high level. They got 2 to 3 really good receivers, and they got Michael Penix who needs to kind of fix his mechanics, but he's got crazy ability, man, crazy ability, and I've seen flashes of his ability. I don't think he's ever going to be a polished quarterback in terms of a thrower, but he's good enough to be able to make most of the throws that you want in the NFL. And I think you can win with a guy like that for sure. So I like the Stefanski, I like the hardball, and we'll see what the other ones as they kind of keep rolling. All right, 1st and 10, Caleb. Nice little fake, throws out to the right. Swift, unable to break the tackle, and is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Mr. Jeffries got to retool, get away from the power plant. There we go. Consistent injuries year in and year out. Yeah, dude, it's every single time a guy went down, I was like, oh, this is going to be the thing that finally slows him down. And I called the 49ers zombies this year because they just kept going, man. Their arm got ripped off, kept going. They lost an eye, they kept going. Didn't matter. Pressure, Caleb throws, and that's going to be incomplete. We got 3rd and 10 here, man. The nice delayed blitz there right up the gut forced Caleb to kind of get that ball out. It was a little bit behind his tight end. Patrick, Ravens and Steelers new coach next year inherits a lot. He won't be able to change overnight. True. Yep, there's gonna be a lot of with the Steelers. I feel like you can change a few more things. There's very few established guys there. Quick throw to the left, and that's gonna pick up about 6 yards there. Colston Loveland trying to get a first down, not gonna be able to. Yeah, with the Ravens, the biggest thing is Lamar. There's a lot of guys that have either just got paid or they have a lot of young guys that they're not willing to give up on. So I feel like that team is going to look quite the same in terms of personnel. With the Steelers, there's so many older players, Rodgers, Thielen, DK Metcalf, a lot of guys that were on 1 to 2 year contracts that are probably either going to retire or just going to be let go. And I feel like you can change that Steelers team quite a bit if you're the new head coach. They may not be good, but you'll be able to change that team quite a bit. All right, so another great punt there by Chicago. So Rams take over with 12:24 here. The game has definitely slowed down here in the in the second quarter. Steve, I think they promised him one is Atlanta, but the worst one I have, the Steelers, I don't think they will have a good season at all. Probably not. I think there's a lot that there's going to be some good players there in Pittsburgh that I would keep. I would keep Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Warren if you can keep him. I like those running backs. Let me see. I'm trying to think of somebody else. I like the offensive line, even though I think they could be improved. And then the front seven for the Steelers, man, a lot of young guys, a lot of big young guys in the middle of that defense that I do like a lot. I would retool the secondary quite a bit. Not very good. Very old as well. Jalen Ramsey should not be your starting safety. Sorry. But yeah, man, they got some really good players, but they have some big contracts they got to shed. With Baltimore, man, I feel like that's going to be, even though that's going to be the harder one to change, I think it's the one that needs the most change. There isn't a single receiver outside of Zay Flowers that I would want to keep, to be honest with you, with the Ravens. Not a single one. Everybody else, in my opinion, besides Zay, is replaceable on that in the receiving core. The tight end, I like what they have, but I think Mark Andrews is starting to get a little too old. May not have the same impact. I know he was dealing with some injuries, so we'll give him another year maybe, but yeah. The running back position needs to be retooled. I don't think there's a guy that can really take over a game. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry, but we've seen when he's not the guy, man. It's tough. Um, Ravens defense was a little bit disappointing this year for sure, but yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of work that needs to be done with that defense. It's going to take at least 2 years. Trying to think. Tennessee could be the one that that if I'm a head coach, if I'm guaranteed at least 3 to 4 years to develop that team, that might be the one I'm excited about the most. I feel like they have some really good pieces, and there's a lot that you can build with that. I think it's also the division that you have the best chance to be able to go from worst to best very quickly. And it's going to be Kyron Williams run into the left, and he is stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All right, man. Let's freaking go, man. 43 people watching right now, man. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, man, if you guys get the chance, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Helps out the video, helps out the channel a ton, man. We're doing every single playoff game, and we're over 100 games streamed just this year, man. Stafford takes a snap, has a little bit of time. The ball is up in the air, and it's recovered by the Rams. Luckily, Kyron saw that one, because that was definitely a fumble. Stafford dropping back to throw that one and got hit from the blind side. Look at that, man. Montez Sweat. Browns, huge mistake dumping Stefanski. Yeah, I don't know what the heck they were thinking, man. Like, to me, Stefanski was not the issue in that organization. Stafford throws to the right, and it's nearly picked off, but it goes right through the hands of the defender and into the waiting hands of Ferguson, his tight end, for a first down. Whew. That was a close one. Look at this replay, man. Oh! All right, man. That was awesome. The rookie, man, Ferguson. He's got potential, man. He's a big body. He can move too. All right, ball at the 42. Stafford under center, single back in the backfield. Chicago showing pressure. They send 5, and Stafford is hit. Brisker coming off that left side. Nice freaking blitz, dog. Let's go. Yeah, Stafford never sensed that pressure, man. There you go, man. That's Chicago's second sack of the day. 2nd and 17, ball back at the 35. Stafford under center, hands it off to his running back, and Kyron able to get 5 yards on the play there to the 40. Yeah, man, if I'm the Browns, man, I mean, you have to go with an offensive-minded coach, because I feel like the biggest issue this season was the Browns' offense. I think their defense was fine. Definitely not perfect. Their secondary could probably use a little bit of work, not a whole lot. But yeah, Stafford, shotgun, 3rd and 11. Has some time, throwing it deep to the right, and it's going to be incomplete, trying to force it to Puka Nacua. And that was a Brisker able to make that one fall to the ground. It's a heck of a series there by Jawan Brisker. Nearly get the pick. All right, man. What do you guys think? We've seen a lot of defense. A lot of defense the last couple drives. Who's going to get the next score here? Let me know in the chat. All right, they're going to a commercial break. We'll see what Chicago can do on offense here, man. Yeah, looking at the stat line right now, Matthew Stafford well on pace to go for over 40 pass attempts in this game, which is once again not something you want. Not against the Chicago defense. I don't really understand why they're not running the ball a little bit more. Like Kyron Williams, 6 for 24, averaging 4 yards per carry. He's averaging pretty solid yardage. He hasn't been able to really break one off. Patrick Chicago gets third on next drive if it's a 45. Yep, there you go. And a 4th and 9. No, that's very specific, my man, but I like it. I like it. Yeah, Caleb, 7 of 11, 85 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And then so far, DeAndre Swift has apparently been the more effective of the two backs. Kyle, six carries, 21 yards to DeAndre's 3 carries for 21 yards. Each has had a explosive run. Swift 13 yards on one of them, and Kyle picking up 15 on one of his carries as well. All right, we got 1st and 10. Caleb under center, single back in the backfield, ball at the 18. Swift bouncing it to the right side, able to get about 4 yards there. All right. Williams in the shotgun, running back to his left. Loveland in motion. Throws, gets it out, and I believe that's going to be Cole Kmet. Oh, sorry, that was actually Smythe with a nice little catch there on the right side. Sets up a 3rd and short for Chicago. All right, 3rd and 2. Caleb throws, gets it out to Loveland, and that's going to be a 1st down to the 36. Let's go. Dave Couch just held up a sign saying Caleb should throw a pick 6. Good job, buddy. Couch. If you think I don't like the Bears, this guy over here. Quick throw to the left side. Burden breaks the tackle, and it's going to be stacked up there after a decent gain on first down. Heck yeah, man. To be fair, I did have to write the sign for him. He doesn't, Couch doesn't have opposable doesn't have the opposable thumbs, but 2nd and 3. Caleb looks, throws to the right side. Nice little swing pass to Swift. Sorry, that's actually Kyle Menengai, and he is down at the 41 of LA, man. Dude, when Menengai has room to run, dude, the momentum and the speed that he is able to run with. Yeah, look at this acceleration after he catches it. Once he turns upfield, look at this. This kid has a second gear for sure, man. I think he was a 5th or a 6th round draft pick, man. An absolute steal. Caleb pressured, throws to the right, and nearly able to get it out to Roma Dunze on that one. Yeah, that was Caleb being pursued by Young, dude. Had a little bit of a play action, began to roll to his right, but once Young kind of took off, man, Williams really had to put on the burners. Did not have a chance to really settle in for that throw. 2nd and 10. Handoff, Swift up the gut, and he is going to be very close to a first down. May have picked up 10 on that one. All right, clock is at 5:19 here. 5:19. We got 3rd and 1 after that swift run. Sorry, these refs were taking forever to try to set this game. So Caleb under center, Swift in the backfield. Hands it off, cuts it back, and the Rams say no, 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 no. Nope. And we got about a 4th and 1, maybe a 4th and 2. It might have lost some yardage on that one. But Ben Johnson being aggressive as always. Gonna go for it here. Patrick absolutely stuffed. 100%. Like a pepperoni pizza, man. All right, 4th and 1. Chicago in the eye. Handoff up the gut, and it does not get it. They tried to run right up the gut, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? For the second time today, Chicago unable to convert on 4th down. That is a heck of a defensive stand there by the Rams. Like I said, man, that front 7 for the Rams, when they are on, dude, one of the best defenses in the NFL. Last year, we saw them, what they did against the Minnesota Vikings. And Sam Darnold. Sorry, I kept on saying Stafford. Sam Darnold, man. And, dude, they just absolutely whooped the Vikings, who had the chance last year. They were 1 win away from being the number 1 seed. And, dude, they just took it to the Minnesota Vikings. And as a Packer fan, I'm hoping they do the same thing for Chicago, man. Trying to see here. Yeah, luckily there's been no injuries in this game, man, which is a great change of pace, man. The last couple games we have seen, a lot of injuries. Patrick. Well, that's 6 points. Johnson left off the board. He's one of those guys who always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. Watch if they lose by less than 6. Yeah. Where was the ball here, man? I feel like this one would have been a tough field goal to make in these conditions. But let me see here. Ball at the 32. So that would have been a 50-yarder. That's kind of on the border. Again, I don't really question the going for it. I kind of question, like, you have a good receiving core right now. They're playing with some confidence. You have a quarterback that's playing pretty well. I would trust Caleb and this like get a 4 receiver set. You can still take the snap under center, but I would like the ability to kind of make the defense spread out a little bit, make them just a little bit lighter, keep some of that that defensive beef on the sidelines. So, again, easy for me to say, but I don't know. I don't question it, but Stafford throws and Puka Nakua unable to hold on to that one. Seastrom, I think I'm okay with either of these teams winning. Would be cool for a different reason. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. Like I said, I would like to see Seattle go all the way because we've seen Stafford already win a Super Bowl. It would be kind of cool to see Sam Darnold either make it or win a Super Bowl. That'd be pretty cool. I feel like he's gone through a lot. And the Stafford steps up, throws, and it's going to be incomplete and nearly got picked off. Yeah, trying to connect with Parkinson's there. Yeah, imagine if we get like a Jared Stidham, Sam Darnold Super Bowl. That'd be hilarious. My initial Super Bowl that I was hoping would happen if Green Bay couldn't win was going to be Carolina going up against Pittsburgh because I thought that would be hilarious. But can't have nice things. Can't have nice things. Hand off to the left, and Blake Corum wrapped up after picking up maybe half a yard. And we got second down coming up. Delia, did you guys see those amazing looking Chicago hot dogs? That's the only reason I go to Chicago. Man, some street dogs can't go wrong. Stafford launching one deep to Devontae Adams, and that is going to be incomplete. Dude, Devontae has had a slow, slow postseason, man. He has not really. He was barely featured last week. I kind of blamed it on he hadn't played football in probably about a month. But yeah, dude, it's he's not looking great. Patrick MD wins the Super Bowl and Josh Allen never does. Bizarre. I wouldn't say never, man. Jesus. Oh man, I don't know, Josh. I would be surprised if he doesn't make it to a Super Bowl at some point, man. He's too good of a quarterback to not. Stafford pressured, and he is going to be wrapped up for a sack, and that is Brisker again. Dude, that blitz from the right side is absolutely giving Chicago trouble here. Sorry, I think I said Chicago. It's giving LA trouble. Sorry. Chicago's loving the blitz from the right side. All right, caught at the 30. Duvernay gets it across the 35 and down and near the 38. McVay also overthinks the game plan every once in a while. Yeah, man. And to be honest with you, I I feel like it's a double edged sword. No coach. I've never met a single freaking coach that's perfect, man. Or at least seen a coach that's perfect. Everybody has their blind spots. Don't like Andy Reid. Like I said, always seemed to kind of crack under the pressure. Was seen as a guy that could not win the whole thing. That's obviously changed. 3 Super Bowls later, changes people's opinions of you pretty quickly. Let me see. I'm trying to think here. Even Sean McVay had his doubters, man. They're like, oh yeah, this kid, he sounds good. He's very smart, but he's not a leader. He can't lead this team to a championship, especially after losing to the Patriots. That was the opinion. They're like, yeah, he's a great guy, great offensive mind, but it's not a head coach. Well, give him a quarterback that can run his offense effectively, and look at that. So it's there's always going to be doubters. There's always going to be people that say this coach can't do this, but once they finally find the right team, and sometimes luck is also involved, changes your opinion of the guy. So, but yeah, man, Sean is definitely a guy that I feel like can overthink things at times, but at least he's thinking. There's some coaches where I'm like, where did you just throw like a dart at a board and be like, yeah, that one. That's the play we're running. Let me see here. Seastrom, go look up at it halftime. Oh, sorry, did I miss something here? Hold up. Patrick Parcells, perfect as they get. Ronald, what's going on, buddy? Hello. Ronald Duffy with the always present hello. All right, man. We're still in the commercial break. We're not missing a thing here. Oh, look at that, dude. Look at that. Walter Payton. Sweetness. Man gone too soon, in my opinion, obviously. All right. First and 10, ball at the 43. Sorry, 38. 38. Caleb. Play action. Throws to the right. Wide open is Roma Dunze getting it down to the LA 35. Look at that, dude. Explosive play. The Rams send the blitz, could not get there in time, and they gave Rome a big chunk there. Yeah, 27 yards through the air. First and 10. Handoff. Kyle Menengai, unable to get much on that one. May have gotten half a yard, if that. Second down. Seastrom, also people just realized that Sam Darnold might become the first quarterback from the 2018 draft class to make a Super Bowl after Josh Baker, Lamar, and Rosen. Yeah. And like when you talk to, I shouldn't say when you talk to, but when you listen to like other coaches around the league talk about Sam Darnold, like a lot of the people are like, oh yeah, this guy's a bust, this guy sucks, like when you listen to coaches, man, even when he was struggling through his time with the Jets and bouncing around the league, almost everybody was like, no, this guy is legit. He just needs, one, to find the right system, and two, he just needs a little bit of work, a little bit of mechanics, things like that, and then just giving him the tools. When this breaks down, you go to this. When this breaks down, you go to this. Like, that was the one thing that the Jets apparently never gave him. They were just like, yeah, dude, just be everything for us offensively. We don't know what the heck we're doing. But yeah, man. But I think it was, I can't remember if it was Kyle or I think it might have been Kyle. He talked about him. He's like, dude, no, this guy's a legit quarterback. He just was never given or put in a system that actually was given to him for to succeed. It was a system that was like, yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We're just gonna plug you in and hope you can fix it for us. He's like, that's not how you should treat any player. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy for Sam, man. I'm happy he's having some success. But yeah, man, it would be wild if he's the first guy from that draft class because like there's, I mean, Baker, Lamar, Allen, dude. That I mean, those are Pro Bowl, All Pro quarterbacks right there. Couple MVPs, what, three MVPs? One for Josh, two for Lamar, and then of course you got the legend there, Josh Rosen. Rosen. Yeah, man. Sam, Patrick, what do you call Sam Darnold? Sammy D. There we go. Yep. Sammy D, getting it done, getting it done. That's all I'm saying. Like Sam Darnold sounds like a good name, solid name. But Sammy D, he's gonna get you that Super Bowl, baby. Sammy D gets you Super Bowl. Sam Darnold gets you to the playoffs potentially. Just saying. All right. Second and 9. We just got past the 2-minute warning here. Caleb, play action. Sets up a screen there. Kyle Manengai catching it on the left side, and that is good for a gain of 5. Third down coming up. Rosen, legend, his own mind. No, he is definitely not in the NFL. I think he's doing. I think he's working for his dad's like financial company or something like that. Rosen was like from like an insanely wealthy family, man. Like one of his families one side of his family is still like the runners of like one of the most prestigious Ivy League schools on the East Coast. Throw to the left and Colston Loveland unable to haul that one in, and it'll be fourth down. Yeah, right now I think Rosen is getting his like masters in some financial situation or whatever he's trying to get. But yeah, he's going to his basically his great grandfather's college that he started back in like the 18 or 1700s. Yeah, like the Rosens or his side of the family are like wealthy, like old school money. All right, we got 115, and finally Chicago's going to settle for a field goal. What happened to the camera here? All right, Santos good from 49. Finally, somebody breaks the deadlock, baby. Stegosaurus, there's also a chance Darnold wins the Super Bowl before Prescott. What was that camera? Dude, that's what I was saying. I was like, I think he made it. They're saying he made it. And I was like, I didn't see anything. I was like, all right. Yeah, it looks like the camera guy just kind of fell asleep. He was just like, and I'm going down. See, it would be 16-7 if Johnson just took the points. It's very true. Yeah, especially the first one. Like, I get it. You want to set your team up for like some momentum in that first opening drive, but Just kick a field goal, man. You're inside the red zone. Like I said, the other one I can understand. It would have been a 50-yarder. You know, you're trying to get something going here. But the first one, man, you're inside what, the 10, inside the 15. Just kick the field goal. Get the 3 points, man. Basically, reward your offense for being able to get down there. Seastrom, if he wins the Super Bowl before Prescott, it'll only be because he earned it, whereas Prescott has not. No. You know what, man? Seastrom, I respect that take, man. So you're one of the best. And Patrick, sure, inside the 10 on the 4th, short, but from the 35, stupid. All right, kick is away, and the Rams are taking this one out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and that's where Whittington gets absolutely smacked. Oh, look at this hit, man. Wham! Oh! Surprised he didn't fumble that ball, man. All right, we got 65 seconds left here. Stafford shotgun throws quickly. Puka Nacua surrounded by 3 Chicago Bears, and is going to pick up about 7 on that one. Oh, hold up. Hey. All right. Stafford shotgun takes the high snap, throws again to the right side, and it's going to be caught. Stays on his feet down to the 46. And that is Tyler Higbee. One of the forgotten tight ends in this offense, man. And LA is going to use their second timeout here, it looks like. Able to stop the clock here with 37 seconds left. They're about probably an extra 15 yards away from a makeable field goal here. I like that design, man. That was a heck of a... So they drew the safety down with Puka Nacua running a crossing route. Gets it underneath to Kyron, and he's only good for about 5 yards. Clock is going to... And actually, I think McVay is going to use the final one here. 29 seconds left. Yep. All right, look at that, man. You got Mevis on the sidelines getting ready. And Patrick Adams is due. 100%, man. 100%. All right, you got Devontae alone on the right side, one-on-one, tight coverage. Stafford in the shotgun, running back to his right. Pressure. gets away, throws it underneath. Kyron Williams breaks a tackle to the 30, and finally down near the 27. They're going to spike the ball here. Clock is running. 18, and there's a flag. I think they're going to get Chicago for trying to keep Kyron Williams down on the ground. They were basically like holding him down. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on number 99. Oh, okay. Definitely not what I was expecting here. What's the let me see here. Oh, okay. Shelton got kind of blindsided there by a hit from Dexter. Huge penalty, 100%. Not only does that give you an extra, 15 yards for the personal foul, plus it stops the clock when the Rams had no timeouts left. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line. So Stafford, shotgun, running back to his right. Throws to Devontae and overthrows him, but that coverage was tight. Stevenson right underneath the route. Yeah, man. Seems like Devontae has struggled to get separation here on these routes. 14 seconds left. Yeah, you really can't. I mean, you could use the middle of the field, but you would have to spike it and just settle for a field goal here, man. Everything has to kind of be. All right. Stafford, shotgun again. 3 receivers to the left. Looking. Throws to the right, and that one is going to go over the head of Tyler Higbee. 9 seconds left. Oh man, at halftime, I'm gonna need some caffeine, man. I gotta wake up. All right, we got 3rd and 10 here. Probably gonna run one more play. This one definitely gonna be going into the end zone. Knowing Stafford, he is not gonna try to force it. Takes the snap. 4 receiver set. Throws to the left, and that is gonna be out of the back of the end zone. 3 seconds left, and we're gonna see Mavis in to try to tie this up before halftime. All right, man. Mavis, no relation to Beavis. Snap, hold, kick, and it's good. That one looked ugly as heck. But guess what? Doesn't need to look pretty. There it is, man. At halftime, we got ourselves a defensive slugfest. What was looking like a shootout. Rams able to score on their opening drive. The Bears able to get a score on their second drive after being potentially able to get a couple points on their opening drive. Things have definitely slowed down. These quarterbacks, these running backs struggling for yardage. Can't really find a whole lot going on. But the defenses, man, ruling the day. Not a whole lot of turnovers, just a few. Mostly turnover on downs, but either way. Patrick shanked it for 3. Wouldn't that be nice, man? Like, you just shank something, but you still get 3 points. You're like, you know what? All right. All right, the Rams do get the ball to start the second half. Chicago was able to open up the first, so. All right, guys. Just give me a few seconds. I'm gonna literally just grab some caffeine. I gotta wake up a little bit. But yeah, man, talk to Couch. He loves history. He's a big history buff. So if you have a history question, let him know. All right. Guess who's back? Back again. Dave is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Banana. What's up, guys? What did I miss? All right, man. Yeah, so a pretty uneventful offensive first half, but we did get some yardage, man. We've seen these quarterbacks, they have not been afraid to throw the ball. The running game outside of Chicago's, second or third drive has not really been picking up quite a bit. But I don't know, man. The Bears seem to be the more stable offense at this point, just because their running game has been a little bit more successful than the Rams. So we'll see if that continues in the second half, man, because the Rams, they need to either find some explosive plays. They need to get Devontae Adams involved. Otherwise, if that running game continues to struggle, I feel like Chicago will eventually pull away. David, Couch, would you rather eat breakfast at Tiffany's or eat dinner in Philippine, Arkansas? Oh. Well, the one thing you'll know about Couch, man, first off, he loves breakfast. Man, that might be for everybody, man. Who doesn't love breakfast? But yeah, man, like an egg scrambler. Whew, this guy is loving it. But it's a good question, man. What do you think, buddy? Okay. So Couch did say he loves Audrey Hepburn movies, man. Roman Candle loves it. Breakfast at Tiffany's, can't get enough of it. So look at that, David. Speaking of movie marathons, man, this guy Audrey Hepburn. All right, guys. Let's check out the halftime stats here, just to get a base of where we're at here with these teams. All right, Stafford, 50%, 12 for 24, 144. No touchdowns, no picks. So far, Kyron and Blake Corum have combined for just 7 carries for 25 yards, and Blake only has 1 carry for a yard. So that tells you the imbalance. To me, I don't really understand why they've have Stafford throwing 24 times in a single game. Don't understand it. They gotta find a way to get both of these running backs involved, man. Like, this is one of the better tandems in the NFL. They haven't been super effective in the playoffs over the last, or even in the last 3 or 4 games, but you gotta give these guys more than just 7 carries in a half, especially when the weather's like this. A defense in a secondary like Chicago that is very, very aggressive. You gotta find ways to open up some lanes. Chicago, 13 of 19, 155, 1 touchdown, 1 interception for Caleb. And the running game for Chicago, man, 14 carries, 55 yards. Kyle Menengai, not as successful, 8 carries, 22 yards, averaging just under 3 yards. But Swift averaging 5.5 yards per carry, 6 carries, 33 yards. Kittle's been able to spread it around. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players have been able to catch at least one pass from Caleb today. Chicago's defense, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Luckily for the Rams, they were able to recover that one. Let's see here. The Rams, 148 in total yardage. Chicago, 210 so far, averaging 2 yards more per play than the Rams. Both teams have not been super successful on third down. The Rams are 3 for 7. Chicago 3 for 8. They're also 1 for 3 on fourth down. Not a whole lot of penalties. Chicago with the only 2 so far of the game. One of them coming there at the last few seconds. Yeah. Chicago, even though they haven't punted, they've only punted once. 2 of those drives probably should have been field goal attempts. If not, maybe, a punt on one of those. But yeah, man, they've been able to move the ball in scoring position more than the 2 times that they have scored. So easily they should have at least 13 points, potentially 16. But once again, as Patrick and has pointed out, man, it's just been one of those games that some of these coaches are unwilling to take points in the playoffs to try to be ultra aggressive, get 3 instead of, I know 7 points more. Simple, right? But guess what? It's either get 3 that is almost guaranteed, or you get nothing. So it's just like, just take the points, man. All right. But yeah, man, right now I'm feeling like Chicago, man. If they can keep this pace, maybe improve some of their success rates on third down, they're going to be able to pull away eventually, or at least get the win. For the Rams, it's even more perplexing because their offense on paper should be better. They should be more consistent, but they're unwilling to run the ball, and they're putting a lot on Matthew Stafford, and it's not working. The tight ends and him are not on the same page. Puka Nacua early on was getting separation, getting a lot of one-on-one coverage, but with Devontae Adams and nobody else really picking up the slack, you can tell Puka has just been doubled and triple teamed the rest of right after the second half. Sorry, the second drive in the first quarter. It's been double or triple coverage for Puka Nacua. So. Yeah, Devontae, somebody has to step up, man, and give Stafford a second guy, a third guy to look out for in the passing game. Otherwise, there's going to be a rough second half for the Rams, and I think Stafford eventually will throw an interception if he cannot get guys, because eventually he's going to start kind of try to force it to the guys that he thinks are going to be able to make a play. Yeah. But those are my takes, man. That's what I think these teams have done, what they need to do. Let me know what you think, man. Patrick, Seastrom, David. Let me see who else, man. But yeah, man. Dahlia, let's go, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I'm going to have some more caffeine here. David, we need pick sixes thrown by Caleb 4 in a row. set some kind of record, make it memorable. That's why I love you, buddy. You know the exact words I'm looking for. Can't tell if my neighbors are having a good time or they're having a bad time. I don't know, but yeah. But having talked about Ben Johnson's penchant for going forward on fourth down, the one thing I like, basically two things right here. One, he's consistent, and that's what I've always said about Dan Campbell. The guy knows what he wants to be. He's consistent. You can disagree with it, but you can't really knock him for being that. Like Ben Johnson knows what he wants, what this offense wants, and I guarantee you, the players you can ask any of them, you'd be like, "Hey, should we settle for a field goal?" Almost everybody would, outside of maybe the kicker, would be like, "No, let's go for it. We can pick up 3 yards. We can pick up 2 yards or whatever it is." So again, I'm critical of it. I would think that I would want to get the points, but when the whole team and the coaching staff are in unison with that decision, you just gotta live with it, man. So that's me kind of trying to look at the other side of this. All right, baby. Third quarter is about to get underway here. Cairo Santos kicking this one into the cold Chicago air. Caught inside the 5, return to the 15, to the 20, 25, and taken down at the 26, and that's where the Rams offense will take over. All right, 1st and 10, Stafford under center. Hands off to Williams, and he picks up 7 yards on the play. Let's go. All right, Devontae alone to the left, Stafford under center again. Kyron Williams finding some room, picks up 4 and a first down, getting it down to the 39 for the Rams. Once again, Stafford under center, single back in the backfield, hands it off to Whittington on the end around there to the right, and that gets blown up. Loss of 1. Great pursuit there by the secondary for Chicago, not getting stuck on the play action. And it looks like Sean McVay was trying to get a timeout there, but did not work out for him. All right, 2nd and 10. Stafford, shotgun, looks, throws, gets it out to the tight end, and he will get it to the 45, gain of 6. All right, 3rd and 4, ball at the 45. Two receivers on that left side. Pressure, throws, incomplete, trying to get it to Puka Nacua. Puka went inside. Stafford wanted him to go outside. It's going to be another drive that ends with a punt here for the Rams. That's going to be their 4th of the game. Great pickup there great blitz pickup by Kyron there. Able to get to that left side, pick up the corner that was blitzing from the edge. High snap on the punt, but able to get it out. And woo! Oh, it's going to be a touchback, I believe. Able to. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Actually, going to be down. It went out of bounds right at the 4. That was a hell of a punt there by Evans. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. So look at this. So I said they need to run the ball a little bit better. The Rams. First play, 7 yards. Second play, Blake Corum. 2 runs by Blake, 7 yards on the first one, 6 yards on the second one. Great. I was like, perfect. And then they try to do an end around with Whittington, 0 yards. Try to get a pass with Parkinson, picks up 6, and then an incompletion on 3rd down. I was like, come on. Come on. Commit to the run. Commit to the run. Don't be afraid of it. David Bucko. What's going on, buddy? Welcome, welcome. How you doing, man? Also, who you picking to win tonight, man? Let me know. Heck yeah, man. We got both Davids in the chat. Oh, boy. I'm doing good. Picking the Rams here. Okay. I like it. I mean, me too. I picked the Rams. I can't pick Chicago, man, even though they're a good team. I hate to admit it, but they're a good team. All right, Swift with a carry and able to pick up about 3 or 4 on the run. Gets it just outside the 5. I'm in Washington State. Woo! Are you guys getting some snow over there, man? Let me know. 2nd and 7. And what a freaking throw when an even a crazier freaking catch. DJ Moore just snatching that one. One-handed in double coverage. What the heck was that, man? That was a heck of a throw. There's definitely a little bit of luck, man. But to be able to stop that ball and corral it, that takes skill right there, man. All right, 3rd and 1. Caleb. QB sneak, and there you go. Second effort gets the first. And then you said you're in Washington State. Are you visiting, or is that where you're from, my man? Let me know. I'm from Wisconsin, so born and raised. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Caleb under center, single back in the backfield. Looking. Play action, throws to the left. He's got a man, and it's going to be... I think it's going to be a potential catch there. DJ is a little slow to get up. And they're saying he dropped it. Dang. 2nd and 10. That was a heck of a throw, man. Oh, yeah. Great defensive hit there by the corner there. Sorry, that was actually the safety. Sorry. All right, we got 9:53. Toss to the right. Swift able to make a cut. Cuts it up the middle here and is good for about 7 or 8 yards. No snow here, but the budget sounds is great. I lived in Irving, Texas in 2014. Seattle, love the weather. Love the water. Heck yeah, dude. Pile up. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Right on, man. Yeah, dude. I've heard Seattle is beautiful, man. It's definitely a state that I want to go to. Washington State. A lot of great parks, a lot of great nature over there. Third and 2. Hand off to Swift, bouncing it to the left, and then he's going to pick up about 4 yards and a first down for Chicago. Oh, look at that, man. They got Mike Ditka in the stands there. First and 10. Delayed handoff. Swift bouncing it to the right. And it's going to be good for a gain of about 4 for number 4 there. Dude, let's go, man. We still got 20 people watching, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for spending your Sunday night with us, man. Enjoying some football. And if you get a chance, man, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. It's a great free way to support me on the channel. But regardless, man, I appreciate you being here. All right, looks like we got a 3 tight end set. Fakes the toss. Caleb Throws to the right. He's got it, man, and unable to haul that one in. What a diving catch there by Colston Loveland. Looks like the wind kind of took that bad boy just a little bit further than it probably should have been. All right, we got 3rd and 6 here. Caleb in the shotgun. Swift to his left. Single receiver on that right side. Throws to Roma Dunze on the right side, and that is going to be in and out of his hands. 4th down coming up. Chicago looks like the better team. Will they win? We shall see. It's a good question. They are looking like the better team. We got a lot of Mike Ditkas in the stands, man. It's hilarious. I love it. All right. So it was a fair catch there for the Rams. They will get the ball when we come back from this commercial break. Man, it's been a lot of defense, man. Low scoring game. Kind of what I was expecting just a little bit, but I was still expecting some. I wasn't expecting like 40 points or 30 points, kind of like we got yesterday with the Broncos and the Bills, but I was definitely expecting a few more touchdowns, at least from the Rams side a little bit. I felt like they were an offense that was really starting to hit its stride a little bit there, but it seems like they're still trying to get back, man. Devontae Adams has not been a factor. The running game is a little slow to get going. Not many opportunities for the running backs, but yeah. Patrick, hey Dave, you doing Miami and Indiana tomorrow night? Not gonna lie, man, I've been thinking about it. I'm gonna see what my schedule looks like. I've never done a college game, but who knows, man? It wouldn't be bad to try to do the championship game. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I don't know college football that well. There's a few players that I kind of watch. That's usually just kind of like random players that I usually pick from I don't want to say I do it every year, but every couple of years I try to pick like top 10 or 15 players to kind of follow their career and see where they end up. And nobody that I've picked is playing tomorrow, so there's very little that I know about them. So yeah, but if people are interested, let me know in the chat. Please let me know, because if you're interested, I will be willing to do it. But I just will not be anywhere near more informed like I am now. Like, I know a lot of NFL guys, I know a lot of NFL teams and players, but college, not so much. But let me know. Boneheads on FS1 were all chirping the Rams are going to dump 40 on the Bears. I never saw that, man. I could see a high-scoring game between these two, but it would be if both defenses were struggling. I didn't think it was going to be a one-sided affair. But, you know. Boneheads. I like that. 1st and 10. Stafford under center. Single back in the backfield. Ball at the 24. Pressure. Fumble. And Stafford able to fall back on it. Nobody blocked number 90. Literally right up the middle. Robinson just had a free shot at Stafford. Patrick, I rarely care about college, but this year's playoffs, Mendoza hype pulled me in. That's fair, man. It's been interesting, man. These are two teams that I don't think anybody was picking at the beginning of the year, man. So I'm glad that the NFL, the college football playoffs, has been really really interesting. Handoff play. Sorry, that's going to be Kyron Williams getting it across the 25 down to the 26. Let's go. Third down. It's okay. I'll walk you through it. I like it. I like it. Dave, if you call tomorrow's game, you have to root for Indiana. Be biased in their favor. I will do my best. We got 3rd and 8 here. We got 3rd and 8. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat if you guys are willing to tune in, man. I will do my best. I'll try to. I'll do the thumbnail. I'll do the whole thing. I don't have those guys in. Let me see here. Quick throw to the right side gets it down to the 31. I don't have the logos kind of saved where I have all the other ones, but I will. I mean, it should be pretty easy to find those, and we'll make it happen. So. Yeah, so we got 4th down coming up here. Looks like they were trying to set up a screen, and Mumfield unable to break the tackle there. Oh, Duvernay unable to handle the ball there, but is able to pick it up and actually make some positive yardage after the catch. We got 5:30 left in the 3rd quarter here. 5:30. But yeah, man, the Indiana man, I've been kind of checking in on them every once in a while, man. But Mendoza, dude, he has just been slowly just turning into an absolute legend. The fact that he's been able to take a program like Indiana, and they've been building that team, man. That Indiana has not been a pushover for the last 2 years, from what I can tell. And yeah, man, just the turnaround that coaching staff and Mendoza have been able to bring, the culture change. It's something. Patrick Rams can't move the ball at all. No, man. Like I said, when they run the ball, they seem to be able to get some decent yardage on their last couple carries, man. But McVay and Stafford, man, they're hell bent on trying to force the ball down the field through the air. You're loco. Haven't said much because I don't understand. I expected the Rams to kill Chicago, but not so much. Yeah, man. I mean, the Rams, they've done this. They've done this this season, man. Their offense at times has definitely looked uninspired. Like against Houston, week one, 14 points. Let me see here. Next game, Baltimore, they only scored 17. They won, but once again, 17. A lot of 30-point games, but then against Seattle, 21-19. Against Atlanta, held to 24. So, like, once again, they are an explosive offense. It would not be surprising if they turn it on at some point in this game, but when they faced a really good defense, Houston, they played Seattle. When they play, even Carolina wasn't that bad of a game until the 4th quarter when they started kind of slowing down in that second half. Carolina came back on them. I think they were up 28-10 against Carolina, and Carolina Panthers came back and won. First and 10, toss to the left, and Swift is good for about 4 yards. But yeah. Yeah, Chicago's defense has also played a lot better than they did in the first half, man. In the first half, they were giving up some big chunks. They were still getting turnovers, but they were giving up some big chunk plays. Those plays have kind of slowed down. They're you can still get, like, Jordan Love was able to eat up this defense for even most of the game, even in the second half. Jordan was still picking up some good yardage, especially in the fourth, but Green Bay just could not pay it off in the end zone. DJ Moore with a bubble screen on the left picks up the first, and the chains are going to keep moving. David Bacco, college football, I think, would be hard to follow because there are so many teams. I went to Washington State University, just so many colleges, 100%. Yeah, and that, don't get me wrong, I would love to be able to follow college football. I think the closest thing I do is the draft. I do like to kind of look up some guys and kind of do some film study on them. I'm going to try to get some of those out as well during the off season when we don't have the games. And I'll try to have some breakdowns. I did one breakdown last year with the corner for Buffalo, Caleb, rolling to his right, sidearms pass, and that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. I forgot what was his name. Harrison, the corner out of Kentucky, I think. I did a breakdown video on him on the channel. And I thought it was pretty solid. So I'm going to try to get some more of those out there. I don't know how many I'll be able to do, but my goal is to at least get like 10 or 15 of those kind of leading up to the draft. 2nd and 10. And we got a flag on the play, and it's going to be a false start there on Chicago. David Bacco, Rams have a good offense, Bears good defense. They cancel each other out pretty much. Yeah. And to be honest with you, these are just two really good teams, man. The Rams have a good defense. The Chicago Bears have a good offense. All right. 3 receivers to the right. Stafford. Caleb in the shotgun. Throws to the right. And it's picked off. It's picked off at the 50. Let's go. And that is, I believe, Kitchens with a throw. Caleb throwing it into double coverage. What a freaking time for the first major turnover of this game. Not exactly sure what he was looking at, man. There was 2 players right there to make a play on the ball. Sorry, that's actually Kobe Durant, not Kitchens, who got the interception. Kobe Durant. Hot dang. There we go. Come on. Rams offense has to pay this off, man. Dude, what a time for that pick to come through. I'm not exactly sure. I need to see the replay there, man. That came so suddenly. The camera was kind of late to get to that ball. And Patrick picked. Now can Rams capitalize and punch 7 on to it? Hey, there you go, man. They got to, man. They got the ball at the 50. They don't need a whole lot if they just want to be able to get some type of points, man. But they got to be able to get some momentum going. Yeah, that's Caleb's second interception, man. The first one came on that first drive when they were trying to go for it on 4th down. So, yeah, so far with Caleb, man, 2 playoff games, 2 touchdowns in each of them. He threw 2 picks against Green Bay, now has another 2 here. So far, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Caleb so far in his postseason career. All right, we're back. 1st and 10, ball at the 50. Stafford rolling out to his right. Lofts one up, and that's going to be incomplete. There's a low scoring. A field goal can win it. It's very true. Oh, that was actually just a great freaking read by Durant, man. Peeling off his man on the outside and just drifting and undercutting the route. Stafford, pressured, throws over the middle, and the ball is going to be incomplete. Was he trying to throw that to Adams, or was he trying to throw that to Puka Nacua? Because it looks like Adams went up for that one initially, and then, oof, nearly got picked off there. Yeah, I think he was trying to hit Adams, who was running a deep dig route there towards the right side. All right. 3rd and 10. Stafford throws to the right and not going to get it. Great coverage there by Gordon, man. It has been a rough freaking second half for the Rams. Can't get anything going. Yeah, 3 passes, 3 incompletions. Punt is away and into the end zone for a touchback. Stafford is selling these passes over the head. Yep. Like that last one was, he didn't want to throw it too close to the coverage because he didn't want to get picked off, especially in like a flat route like that. Usually those picks go for 6s on the other side. But the one over the middle, man, he just straight up missed Devontae. But Patrick, I 100% agree with you, man. It's been seems like the passes have been getting away from Stafford quite a bit. David Bucko, OT maybe? Somebody has to win. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be OT. I think eventually somebody's going to win in regulation. I think the next team to get to, I don't want to say a touchdown, but I feel like another 10 points for either team is going to be enough. Basically the next 2 possessions here, man. Yeah, once again, the Rams' unwillingness to run the ball is it baffles me, man. It baffles me. Like Stafford has thrown 30 passes, man. Zero reason he should be throwing 30 passes in this game. Like if you were down by like 21 to 28 or 28 points, 100%. You got to throw the ball, you got to get big chunks. But this is a tie game. The fact that your top 2 running backs, who have been one of the better pairs in the NFL, have 10 carries. That's it. Blake has 3, and Kyron Williams has 7. Both of them are averaging over 4.5 yards per carry. Both. And they did not get a single look on 1st, 2nd down at all. Let me see here. Patrick, slants and bubbles. Not in McVay's game plan. I guess, man. And to be fair, like the slant routes, it's always weird because the way Chicago likes to use their linebackers, man, they tend to kind of waft, if that makes sense. They kind of waft. Sometimes they go deep, sometimes they go back and forth. They kind of almost like they create like different like little different levels within that second level. and slant routes can be a little bit dangerous, but still. Throws it out to Luther Burden, spins out of a tackle, and is going to be taken down right around the 20. Yeah, but the bubble screens, I could see that. You just got to find a way to get Puka Nakua the ball in in motion somehow. Toss to the right. Kyle Menengai picking up 7 or 8 yards on the toss. And there it is, man. Chicago moving the ball quite a bit here. Have a chance to move the chains on 3rd and short. All right, 3rd and 3. 2 receivers to the left. Caleb in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Caleb rolling out to his right. Finds his man wide open. Kyle Menengai. And that's going to be a first down pickup of about 9 yards on that one. Actually, probably a pickup of 6. Sorry. 6 or 7 there. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 37. Caleb under center here. Single back in the backfield. Hands it off. Kyle Menengai hits the hole and is going to be across the 40 down to the 41. Also, Patrick, I didn't even notice. I like that bubble emoji, man. That's pretty cool. I like that. Second and 6, play action, rolling to his left. Caleb is going to take off and run, and he is going to be good for about 5 there. Might have actually picked up the first down. There we go. Okay. They moved the ball back there because of where they were marking it. I was like, I don't think he got that far. If it was right at the line, I was like, sure, but all right. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up here. All right, we got a 2 tight end set here. Single back in the backfield. Caleb under center. Hands it off to the left. And Kyle Menengai stuffed in the backfield. A loss of 2. And this Rams defensive line is just, they're keeping the Rams in this one. Ronald. Hello. Hi. How you doing, buddy? Patrick stuffed again. Once again, man. The Rams are like Pizza Hut, man. Just some stuffed crust right there, man. All right, man. That was the final play of the 3rd. We head to the final quarter that will decide who the Seattle Seahawks play next week in Seattle, baby. Yeah, the Seahawks number 1 seed, so they're guaranteed to be playing at home regardless of what happens in this game. But who will it be, man? Will Chicago be heading to the East Coast there, or will it be the division rivals, the Rams, taking them on? Actually, Chicago at Seattle. That's interesting. Could be good, man. I don't think we've got. Have we gotten that matchup this year? That would be pretty. That would be pretty fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Let's try to see here. There we go. No, man. We did not get Chicago Seattle this year. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the NFC North did not play the NFC West this year. Yeah, so this is what the Bears have done on their previous three games leading up to this game. Quarter breakdown, basically. They have combined for 3 points in their previous three games in the first quarter, 0 points in the second quarter, 6 points in the third quarter, and then in their last three games in the fourth quarter, they have combined for 54 points. All right. Well, they're starting out the fourth quarter here with a punt, and that's going to be fair caught right around the 10-yard line. All right, first and 10, ball at the 9. Hand off to Kyron Williams, and he is able to bounce off a couple guys, gets it across the 15, down to the 16. It's a gain of 7 yards there. Oh, look at that, man. I just saw Al Harris wearing a Bears sweater. It still hurts me, man. An absolute Green Bay legend, Al Harris there, coaching up the DBs in Chicago. Not surprising they led the NFL in interceptions. And it's going to be a run up the gut, and guess what? First down, gain of 4. Let's go. All right, Stafford under center, single back in the backfield. Puka Nacua in motion. Hand off. And Williams stacked up right at the line there. And that was, I believe, Jalen Johnson able to knife into the backfield, man. Otherwise, that run was probably going to pick up another big chunk. Yeah, it looks like Puka. Yep, Puka just missing on that block. Second and 10. Quick throw, gets it out to the tight end to the 30, 35, 40, 45. Stays on his feet across the 50 down to Chicago's 45. And that is Kobe Parkinson with a big, big spark for this Rams offense. And they are in Chicago territory, man. First down. Let's go. Look at that, dude. Puka Nacua basically being a roadblock for the safety that was coming down to try to bring down Parkinson. All right. Ran up the middle here, and Kyron gets tripped up, but able to pick up, looks like 3 or 4 on the run. Oh, man, I've been sitting for a while, man. I'm going to have to hit the treadmill after this game. Got to get the blood flowing again. Come on, baby. We're closing in on, looks like it's going to be 12 minutes left here. 12 minutes left in the fourth. Stafford, bootleg, rolling out to his left. Throws the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. Nearly picked off. Stafford wasn't able to find somebody. Tried to find somebody underneath, and the coverage was just tight all over the field. Third and 6. Stafford shotgun, running back to his right. Throws, gets it out to Puka Nacua across the 30, down to the 28, and that is a first down for the Rams, baby. Let's go. Keeping it moving. Keeping it moving. How you guys feeling, man? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Puka! Puka, Puka, Puka. Stafford with a little bit of a touch throw there and unable to get anything on that one. Second and 10. Trying to get it to the rookie. I believe Terrence Ferguson was the intended receiver there. Second and 10. Stafford looks. Throws over the middle, and he's got his man, Davante Adams. Oh, no. Is that a pick? We have yet to get a call on the field, and they're saying it's a catch by Davante Adams there. Davante looked a little shaken up after the play. All right, knee is down. Oh, yeah, dude. Davante was knocked out. Like, his eyes were closed. All right, man. Davante Adams finally able to make a play here. David Baco, I would get it to Puka. Very true. Patrick Stafford making me nervous. His throws have no zip, just floaters. Yeah, man. I think the floater over there was to the tight end was kind of, it was by design. It was kind of meant to be like a little bit of like, get it almost like a not necessarily a go route, but you know, kind of a fade route in a way. Patrick down by contact. I think he was. That's what they're marking it. First and 10. Stafford under center here. Ball at the 16. Handed off to Kyron Williams on the left side and picks up about 4 or 5 yards there, man. Could have had more, but got tripped up by somebody just as he was about to break loose. All right, man, we're under 10 minutes left in this game. Rams knocking on the door here. 2nd and 6. Hand off. Williams looking up the gut, and he is going to be about a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1. Kyron literally just putting his head down and just looking. I'm not trying to, it's a little bit funny, but he literally looked like a ram just putting his head down, just barreling through people. Stafford throws, and it's going to be incomplete, trying to get it to Mumfield in the end zone. Great coverage by Stevenson, able to bat that one away. So the Rams are keeping their offense out there. They're not just going to kick a field goal here. This better not be a run up the gut. Oh, end around. Puka gets the first down. There it is. Gain of 3 yards on 4th and 1. There you go, man. Some creativity on that play, man. I like it. 1st and goal. Stafford under center. Ball at the 5. Kyron bouncing it to the right. He's got it. Touchdown! Los Angeles, man. Woo! There it is. Finally, man. Our first set of points in the second half, and it came with less than 10 minutes left in the game. Great job, man. Kyron able to bounce it to the right and just inside that front pylon. Agreed. Touchdown, baby. There you go, Patrick. We got it. Kick is up. Mevis, not related to Beavis. Good on the kick. Let's go, baby. Kyron Williams getting his 2nd touchdown of the day, baby. Yeah, that was a hell of a drive, man. A hell of a drive by the Rams. They got down the field, big chunks on the ground. Finally get the running game going, thankfully. Jeez. But some really solid passes by Stafford. Good plays by Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Hopefully Devontae's okay, man. Like I said, on the replay, you could clearly see that his eyes were closed. I don't know if that was like him like just kind of bracing for a hit, not wanting to, naturally not wanting to get hit. But just the way he went down, man, he clearly looked, at least to me, like he was kind of just out of it for a second or two. Even like one of the Chicago defenders was kind of checking in on him when Devontae was kind of sitting on the ground, like he was kind of hunched over, and he's like, "Oh man, let me help you up." David, I've got a good play for Caleb on 1st down. Next drive, throw picks. I don't know why. I read the whole thing, and I did not expect the turn. I should have. Me and David had been doing this for a long time. I should have known that he was going to say a pick 6, but I was like, oh, what should he do? Unbelievable. It would be nice. It would be nice if Caleb, if you just throw that pick 6, just making an even 3 interceptions, Cheers. But yeah, man, this is the Bears quarter, though, man. We've seen them score double digit points with less time than this year. So All right, caught inside the 10, return to the 25, 30, 35, and finally taken down, man. A good return by Chicago. All right, we got 1st and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line. Caleb under center. Play action. Rolling to his left. Has a bunch of time. Finds no. And trying to get it out to the big man, number 79 there. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Bennett there. Oh, yeah, it's never over. The clock hits 0. 100%. Yeah, right now in the second half, Caleb Williams, 2 for 8, 15 yards, 1 interception, man. It's been a rough half. Looking, escapes the pocket, and he stays on his feet to the 40, 50, 45, 40, and got out finally near the 37-yard line, it looks like. Wow. Caleb Williams with probably the most explosive play for Chicago here in the second half. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 37 of the Rams here. Toss, Swift, cuts it up the middle, and is going to be good for about 4 on the run. Never seen Caleb get sacked. I don't think he's been sacked in this game. Yeah, man. Caleb is real freaking tough to bring down, man. And let's check it out. Yep. Caleb has 0 sacks taken here. Matthew Stafford has been sacked 4 times in this game. All right. 2nd and 6. Ball at the 33. Handoff. Swift cuts it up the middle here and is going to be good for another 3 or 4. Setting up a 3rd and 2. But yeah, man. Holy cow, man. We got 16 people still watching, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. My name is Dave. We do every possible game that we can on the channel, man. We've been averaging about 5 games per week since week 1. I think week 1 we actually did 6 or 7. And we're doing every playoff game. Last week we did 6. We're doing 4 here. So, yeah, man. Stay tuned. Kyle Manen guy, he's going to be very close, man. I think he's going to be about half a yard shy, but they're saying he got to the marker, man. He did land on a couple players, so that's probably why. But yeah, man. But if you're liking what you're seeing, stick around. Please leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't. It's a great free way to support me on the channel, man. Thank you. Actually landing on his teammate there that kind of whiffed on the block. We got 5:55 on the clock. Caleb, play action. Looking, rolling to his left. Throws it away, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Colston Loveland in tight coverage. Could not get it done. 5:48 left. 5:48. Oh, poop. Sorry, guys. Kind of get caught up in the game sometimes. So there we go. Chicago has the ball offensively. My bad. I swear, man, when the game gets tight and it's late, I feel like I need an assistant. Sometimes the chat definitely helps me out. 2nd and 10. Caleb with time over the middle and out the back of the end zone there, trying to get it to Zacchaeus. It's going to be a good last 6 minutes. It's going to be a wild one, man. Yeah, right now the Rams are playing some solid D. All right, man, we got 3rd and 10. I'm expecting a couple options deep, but I'm also expecting them to kind of dump it down here, try to pick up some of this yardage for a 4th down. Nope, throws it deep, and it's going to be a catch. Roma Dunze taking a hit, but able to hold on, and the ball is going to be at the 11. 1st and 10, but we do have a flag. Oh, boy. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the Rams. And I believe that's just going to tack on to the already impressive catch there that Roma Dunze had. Just a great out route there. Caleb put it right on him. Yeah, that was Jared Verse just laying a little bit of a hit on Caleb Williams. All right, 1st and goal from the 5. Caleb under center, single back in the backfield, 2 tight end set. Hand off to Swift, cuts it up, and is going to pick up about 2 or 3, getting it inside the 5. It's never a straightforward game for Chicago, man. It's always freaking close. All right. Williams under center. 3 tight end set. Single receiver to the right. Single back in the backfield. Another handoff. Swift bouncing it to the right. And he is going to be able to pick up about half of what they needed. So at the 1.5 yard mark, basically. 3rd and goal. And I think at this point we know they basically have 2 shots to get it into the end zone here on. So we got 3rd and goal coming up here. All right. Caleb, shotgun, running back to his left. Rams with a lot of guys on the line. Hands it off to Swift, bouncing it to the right. He tries to hurdle and gets tackled basically right at the line. And we got 4th down coming up. And Swift was trying to answer that question. Can bears fly? And they cannot. No. All right, man. We're approaching 3:10 on the clock. Caleb, shotgun, running back to his right. This is it. 4th and goal. Looking. Throws. Incomplete. Great job by the Rams. Able to get their hands up. And they bat that one away. And for the 2nd time today, the Bears go for it on 4th down inside the 10. And they cannot pay it off. Spithe able to read that one all the way. Spithe with blood in his mouth, man. Able to make a play. Let's freaking go. Unbelievable. Nope. Okay, now you can go for it on 4th and goal. David Bacco, gotta go. Hey, there you go. Patrick denied, baby. Wow. What a freaking stand by the Rams defense. And that is the third time the Rams defense has been able to stop Chicago on fourth down. There, you could argue all three times they've been able to settle if they would have settled for a field goal. First one inside the 10, probably really a chip shot field goal for Cairo Santos. There's 3 points there. They decided to not go for it, I think at their own 32 roughly. Could have kicked a field goal from there. Santos was good from 49. That 32-yard, that one would have been a 50-yarder. And now here. So potentially 9 points that Ben Johnson has decided to forego to go for it on fourth down. Once again, I don't question the decision to go for it. I get it. It's in your identity. You're showing confidence in your players. But it's one of those things where when it doesn't work out, you're going to get questions. And I think Ben knows that. Ben is very aware that when it's not successful and if it ends up costing him a game like it could today, I think he's willing to answer those questions and take some crap from some people. So Patrick not over. Rams punt from the inside. 10 give Caleb. Yep, 100%. Yeah, unless the Rams go on another big run, they've been struggling, man. There's been a lot of 3 and outs for the Rams in this game. So can I get an amen on my thoughts about leaving 6 points out there? Amen, brother. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, run up the gut. Picks up 2, getting it down to the 4. I got you, Patrick. I got you, man. Yeah, I feel like Caleb was a little bit late on that one, man. Just a little bit late on that read. Good coverage, though. Still really good coverage. Yeah, so far in the postseason, the Bears have been 3 for 10 on third down conversions. 2nd and 8. Handoff. Williams bouncing it. Gets the first down, and that is going to be some time taken off. Oh, actually, no, he went out of bounds. Stopping the clock at 2:52. You know what? Getting the first down was probably the higher priority. He is patting himself on the chest. He's like, that's on me. I should have probably tried to stay down, but it is what it is. 2:52 on the clock. 2:52. Oh, actually, my bad, guys. Chicago took a timeout on that first run. That got them 2 yards, so down to 2. Handoff. Williams cannot break a tackle. Is going to lose about 2 or 3 on the run. Big first down. 100%. Chicago going to let the clock run here. They don't have to. This one can't get to the 2-minute. It's not going to be able to get to the 2-minute warning here, so they're going to try to hopefully save a timeout here. All right. 2nd and 12, ball at the 12. Stafford under center, single back in the backfield. Get it out to Williams on the stretch play, and he gets the 2 yards that he lost, so back at the 14. And now Chicago is going to use that timeout. Down to 1. Oh, man. With Chicago, what would they do defensively here with this play? I would not be surprised if it is a pass play. I would not be surprised if they try to send another corner off the edge there. to try to basically either to try to sack Stafford or try to at least force him to get that ball out quickly. All right, let's see what McVay has here, man. This one either going to Puka or Devontae, man. Oh no, it's a run, and Kyron picking up about 3. That's going to be 4th down, and that's going to get us to the 2-minute warning. All right, man. When we come back, the final 2 minutes of this wild freaking divisional round in Chicago, the Rams are going to punt it away, and they're going to give Caleb Williams one final shot to potentially make another comeback here. No guts, no glory. I wouldn't have minded if they would have thrown the ball, man. I get it, but at this point, you're not giving them a bunch of time. Even if you try to run, like if you try to throw the ball, you're gonna still waste like 4 seconds. Even then, the punt is gonna be able to kill and get to the 2-minute warning. I would have liked them taking a little bit of a risk and try to get the first down here. It's not hard for Caleb to. It's not tough to see Caleb tying it up. Yep, 100%, man. I could see it. Caleb and the Chicago Bears have been doing this all week long, man. All week long, all season long. they've been tough, man, and the fourth quarter has been their bag all season long. Let's go, baby. 17 people watching, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, if you haven't yet, please like the video, subscribe. It's a great free way to support the channel, support the video. Plus, it lets YouTube's algorithm know that people might like this, you know. But regardless, man, I appreciate you guys being here, man. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. David Baco, I liked, subscribed. David, you were the man, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, David. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, we're back here. Rams about to punt this one away. Can we get a fake? No. Not a great punt. It's going to be downed at around the 49. Ooh, that is a rough punt there by Evans. Saving his worst for last, potentially there. Literally, the only benefit to that was that it killed about probably like 7 or 8 seconds, I think. Sorry, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Patrick C. With that, 6 points, field goal wins, and they are starting near midfield. I'm always right, even when I'm wrong. I like the confidence, bud. David, time for a pick 6. Come on. Come on, Caleb. Give us what we want. Caleb throws over the middle. A wide open and goes in and out of the hands of Luther Burden. Kobe Durant, the man with the second interception of Caleb Williams, able to slap that ball loose just in time. Yeah. Woo, nearly got a pick there too, man. Almost able to snatch that one. Yeah, I think Caleb if he would have dropped that ball just a little bit sooner, man, I think Burden would have caught that one in stride. 2nd and 10. Williams looks, throws. Ooh, first down all the way down to the 33. Colston Loveland with an incredible grab, man. And, dude, did you see the velocity on that throw by Williams, man? Like, those were the throws I was seeing last year. And I was like, oh, this kid's good. Hand off to Swift, bouncing it to the right, breaks the tackle to the 25, to the 20, and finally taken down. I think they're going to mark him at the 20-yard line. So first down, picks up about 13 there. 62, 61, 60 seconds left. We're going to be under a minute, and the clock is running. 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Caleb looks, throws, gets it out to Burden, and he is taken down near the 13, I believe. Picks up about 7. Clock is going to continue to run. 39, 38, 37, 36. Chicago with 1 timeout left. 2nd and 4. Caleb throws, gets it out, and it's going to be incomplete. Ball too high for Burden. Clock is stopped at 31 seconds. We got a 3rd and 4. Dude, we got 23 people here. Let's go, baby. Come on, leave a like and subscribe, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Final 31 seconds of this game. It's going to come down to the wire. Wouldn't have it any other way, right? All right. Caleb, shotgun, running back to his right. Looking, has time. Over the middle and overthrows DJ Moore in the end zone. 4th and 4 coming up, man. This is it. I'm loving this, man. This is the kind of game I was hoping for. I was hoping for a few more points, or at least a more effective offense, man. But we'll take an interesting final 4th quarter. 27 seconds left, and I think Chicago is going to burn a timeout here. Nope, the Rams going to burn the timeout. All right. Lloyd Coons, go Rams. Come on, brother. Let's go. Lloyd, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the channel, man. Thank you for being here, dude. Let me know who your team is. Who's your favorite team? Who you're rooting for? Let me know. David, kick a field goal here, Bears. David, you're devilish, man. I appreciate you. There you go. Oh, no, you got Patrick saying the same stuff. All right. Final play, 4th and 4. Caleb, shotgun, running back to his right. Caleb with running out of time. Running. It's going to launch one to the left. Is it going to be? It's a touchdown! Cole Kmet with a touchdown. What the heck was the corner doing? Completely misread the trajectory of that ball. He literally just peeled away from Cole Kmet like he was going to be able to get a wide open interception. What the heck just happened? With 18 seconds left, the Bears are an extra point away from tying this one up. Are they going to go for 2? No, they're not. All right, Cairo Santos. I would laugh if he misses this one. And it's good. We are 18 seconds away from heading into overtime. An absolute disaster for the Rams, man. They had Williams running backwards. He basically ran 25 yards back near the 45-yard line. Let's see here. Basically back at the 40, launching a prayer, And once again, the corner just completely misreads the trajectory of the ball, and Cole Kmet catches a wide open touchdown on the left side of the end zone there. Wow. I'm shocked. No flags. OT, poop sticks, 100%. What the hell was that? Yep. Williams looking like freaking Aaron Rodgers, and Kobe Durant, man, just completely, once again, misreading the pass. Did not realize that Cole just kind of separated from him and got into the back of the end zone there. Seastrom, my brother, I could not believe. All right, dude, I was like, what the heck is happening? Why is Kobe just running upwards as if the ball was like just floating up there? I was like, dude, what the heck just happened? And Whittington runs into his own guy and is tackled near the 17 there. Sorry, at the 27. My apologies. 27. Bears heading to Seattle. Not yet, my man. It's got 13 seconds left. Plus overtime potentially here. Should have flagged for a push off just because. I don't think there was a penalty there. I know some people might see it, but I did not, man. I think it was just two guys kind of fighting. Clearly Durant was moving upwards himself. So I don't know what he was thinking. And the Rams take a knee, and we are headed to overtime here, man. Chicago doing it again. Seastrom thought it was it when he scrambled. Rookie mistake, I thought. Then I shot it. He got that. Yep. Yeah, once I saw Caleb just rolling, moving back, and I just saw that like he wasn't able to even like really step into the throw. He just launched that one like, and I was like, oh crap, there's a defender there. It's not gonna get it. And then I just see two guys going in different directions, and I was like, one of them is gonna be correct. And unfortunately for the Rams, their defender Kobe Durant, not correct. All right, baby. Well, we are headed to overtime. Let's put it on the board here. We're getting some free football, baby. Some free football. David, all I wanted them to try a Hail Mary. It would have been hilarious, but I think from there, if they got to like the 40, maybe. All right, Seastrom, my brother just said the same thing. Yeah, Caleb Williams literally just throwing up a prayer under duress, and it was caught, man. Unbelievable. All right, man. We're gonna head to one final commercial break, hopefully one final one, and when we come back, man, it's gonna be another great one. Welcome everybody. We got 30 people watching. Let's freaking go. Hi, my name is Dave. I'm not a coach, man. We're doing every playoff game. We've done over 100 games on the channel this season, man. So, and we're about to get some great football the rest of the way here, man. So please, if you get a chance, like, subscribe. It's a free way to support me on the channel, man. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Hit up the chat as well, man. Let me know who your team is, who you root for, and who do you think is going to win it here in overtime. Let me know. Absolutely freaking wild freaking game, man. Unbelievable. Let me double check. Who's getting the ball here? All right, so it looks like the Rams are going to get the ball here to start overtime. So the Bears, remember, if you don't know, overtime, they get 3 timeouts here. Let me update the, boom, there we go. So 15-minute quarters. The game cannot end in a tie, obviously. 3 timeouts for each team. And finally, doesn't matter what the first team does on the opening drive. It can be a touchdown. It can be a field goal. It can be anything. But the second team will always get a chance to respond. And if both teams are able to score or they don't on their opening drives, after that, it becomes sudden death. So if both the Rams and Chicago score a touchdown on each of their first drives, after that, next score wins. So the Rams will get the start here. If they don't score anything on this one, Chicago can win with just a field goal or any score on their next drive. So Seastrom, all right. I'll go first. I'm Seastrom, and I'm a Cowboys fan. There you go. Welcome. Seastrom, a regular on the channel. All right, caught inside the 5, return to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and gets it out near the 27-yard line. That's where the Rams will start. Seastrom, yes, I know, Cowboys. Sorry, it's all good. It's all good. Patrick, well, all season Rams issues are secondary issues, and here we are about to lose because of secondary. Not yet, my man, not yet. We still got at least two more drives. 2 more drives to go. All right. 1st and 10, Stafford under center, hands it off to Williams, bouncing it to the left, and he is good to about the 34. Picks up about 7. Let's go, baby. Overtime football, man. Wouldn't have it any other way. All right, we got Stafford under center, single back in the backfield, 2 receivers on that right side. We've only seen Adams pick up 1 catch in this game. It was a big one, but only 1. We'll see if he can do something here in overtime. Kyron running and picks up 2 out of the 3 that they needed, man. So 3rd and 1 coming up. I like that the Rams are running the ball now. They did not do that in the first half. They struggled. Still refused to do it in the third, but finally, once they started running the ball, surprise, surprise, they scored a touchdown. All right, Stafford under center. Pitch out to the right, and it's not going to end well. Oh, he breaks a tackle, but is still going to lose 2 yards on the play. That was the big man, number 50, able to slow down Blake Corum. That was Grady Jarrett, man, the former Falcon, just shooting out to the left side, and able to slow down Blake Corum just enough for the secondary guys to get there. All right, Rams go 3 and out, and now the Chicago Bears can win this game with a field goal. They get the ball at the 16 after the fair catch. Dude, let's go, man. 45 people watching us, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me, man. Let me know in the chat who you picking, man. Who's winning? And if you get a chance, please like and subscribe on the video, the channel as well, man. It helps us out a ton. So thank you. All right, Caleb under center, single back in the backfield. Play action, rolling to his left. And he gets it out to Cole Kmet, who is going to be picking up the first. And not a whole lot of great effort there by the Rams, man. They just kind of got sucked in by the run, the fake to the right side. Yeah, Cole able to pick up 11 on that little flat route there on the left side. Oh, are the Bears going to the championship? I would be stoked. Practically a breath of fresh air compared to the Chiefs and Eagles and the 49ers year in and year out. It's fair. First and 10. Swift swallowed up in the backfield. Loss of about 3 or 4. David, I demand a pick 6. Caleb laughing in the huddle. Bad sign for Rams. Yeah, Caleb is a cool customer, man. Doesn't seem to be flustered often. Second and 13. Williams in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looking to the right, gets it out to DJ Moore, and he's going to be able to pick up a good chunk here, man. Setting up a third and about 4. Yeah, 2 high safeties. All right, man. Third and 4. Caleb, shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 3 receivers on that left side. They've liked to use this formation quite a bit. Caleb pressured, rolling out to his right, and picks up the first down, gain of 5, and the legs of Caleb Williams paying dividends in a big way, man. This Rams front 7, man, losing containment. Number 10 there should have just kind of stayed out. Stewart not able to hem in Caleb Williams on that run. All right, first and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Williams looking, throws it to Kyle Manengai, and gets it across the 40, stays on his feet, and fights his way down near the 44. That was a nice little pickup of 6 or 7 yards. David Baco, I think people got tired of the Chiefs. I get that. But remember, Chiefs are people too, man. Seastrom, wait, will Caleb finally get to prove he's a superior quarterback to Stroud after being haunted by that last year or two? If I go to a chip, maybe. Toss to the left, Swift, and he is brought down for a loss of 3 back at the 41. Yeah, the Rams played that one perfectly, man. All right, man. Holy cow, man. 42 people watching, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. All right, third and 6. Caleb, shotgun, running back to his left. Looking, hit, gets it out to Cole Kmet, who is going to be a yard shy of the first. And we got 4th and 1 coming up. All right, man. Chicago is 1 for 4 on 4th downs. Caleb keeping it, and it's going to be a first down at the 50. Chicago just marching down the field here, man. Keep moving the chains. All right, we're midway through the overtime period here. Caleb under center, single back in the backfield. Toss to the right. And Kyle Menengai stopped up after a gain of about 2 or 3 there. But they are in Rams territory now. All right, we got 2nd and 8. Williams alone in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Deep drop back. Has time. Over the middle. And it's intercepted. And that is Cam Curl with an interception. We'll see if the ball did not hit the ground. Wow, man. Dude, this game is just... it's too much. Cam actually was all the way to the left side and somehow ended up all the way to that right side, able to read the play. Woo! And I think it's, yeah, that's a pick. Ball never touches the ground. Wow, man. What a diving freaking interception by Cam Curl. And now Caleb Williams with his 3rd interception of the game, following in the footsteps of Jay Cutler there. All right, Stafford. 1st and 10, ball to 22. Puka Nacua with an end around, and he is good to the 26. Gain of 4. Patrick picked. Prayers do come true. There we go. All right, man. Stafford looking, throws to the right, gets to a wide open tight end there. I believe that is Parkinson. Picks up a good chunk, man. Picks up about 10 or 11 on the play. First and 10, Stafford, shotgun, ball to the right. Looks, throws, and it's going to be caught. Davante Adams may have caught that one. That is an insane freaking catch from the future Hall of Famer. Let me see here. Did he get both feet in bounds, though? He's got one. He drags the toe. Yep. That is a catch and a gain of 13. Ball inside Chicago's 47-yard line. This is an official review, but I mean, look at that. Catch, toe is dragging. I don't think he ever loses possession of the ball. Let's see here. Has it. Somebody's in the way there on the sidelines, blocking the camera. Again, that I think the left toe is the one in question, but he drags that. Everything else seems legit. The Rams still have to move the damn ball. There you go. David Bucko, now a field goal will win it, right? Yep. Next score wins, regardless. Touchdown, field goal. Next score for any team is gonna be the winner. And Patrick Adams sighting. There we go, man. Only 2 catches for Davante Adams, man, but they have been massive. The first catch got them basically in the red zone to be able to get that second touchdown. And now this one. 1st and 10, ball at the 47. Stafford under center. Chicago showing a lot of pressure, man. They got almost the entire defense in the first 7 yards. And it's going to be a run to the left. And Blake Corum picking up about 4 or 5 on that one. Dude, we are popping off right now, man. Thank you so much for showing up, guys. I appreciate you. Stafford, shotgun. Looking. Time. Ball is batted at the line, and that'll be incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up. Honestly, I don't know who Stafford was throwing that to because there was a lot of covers there. That is Grady Jarrett making another massive play for Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, 7 guys on the line right now. And we got a timeout. All right, the Rams use their first here. And man, we got a lot of people here, probably a lot of new people. So hey, welcome. My name is Dave. I've been doing this for about 2 seasons now, man. And we do every possible game we can. We average about 5 games per week. We did 6 last week. We're doing every single playoff game, including the Super Bowl. So if that's something you're interested in, please stick around, like the video, subscribe. It helps out the video a ton. It lets YouTube know that people want to see this. So thank you, man. All right, 3rd and 6, 3 receivers to the right, Stafford in the shotgun, running back to his left. All right, there's going to be a big one. Chicago, once again, 7 guys on the line. They send all 7, get it out to Puka Nacua. First down, stays going, and he is down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Puka Nacua refusing to go down and picks up a massive, massive first down. The Rams now in field goal range. If they mark him at the 27, this is a 45-yarder for Mevis. All right, handoff. Blake. Sorry, that's actually Kyron. Picks up about 3 yards inside the 25-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Patrick, battered better than a big. Yep, true. All right, Stafford, shotgun, running back to his left. He's got 3 receivers bunched up on that left side. And we got a timeout by the Rams. Sean McVay not liking what he was seeing. We've seen that a couple times from Sean today. I think there was a play sometime in the 2nd quarter. He was trying to get a timeout, could not get it out. The play resulted, I think it was like did they lose yardage? I think they picked up 2 yards, but obviously not liking what he was seeing from that defense, but this time able to get the timeout. Patrick, I'm going to name my kids Puka. Puka Peterson. Just saying, dog. We're going to see a little, in what, like 20, 25 years, man, we might see a little Puka Peterson running around the field here, man. I like it. Veronica, hey, welcome to the channel. Bears are winning. We'll see. 2nd and 7. Rams throws deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Parkinson down the right sideline. Not going to lie, I do like the shot into the end zone there. You never know. But Chicago's secondary, man, they have been incredible for most of the game, dude. Brisker on that one. Tight coverage. All right, man. 3rd and 7. If they don't pick up a first down, I'm assuming they're going to try to kick a game-winning field goal here. Paul Gomez, what's going on? Welcome. Yeah, welcome to Veronica. Welcome to Paul. Stafford throws it deep to the left, and it's an incompletion. Oh, my gosh. Trying to get it out to the rookie tight end there, Terrence Ferguson. had it in his hands, but when he landed, the ball just popped loose. And that was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a great coverage there. All right, man, this is it. The Rams can win it with this Mevis, not related to Beavis, field goal, baby. 42 yards. It is cold. It is windy. We'll see it. Snap, hold, kick. It's good! The Rams are headed to the NFC Championship game to take on their division rival, the Seattle Seahawks. And for the Chicago Bears, man, an absolute incredible freaking season, man. An absolute incredible season. Final score, Rams 20, Chicago 17, man. Ha ha ha, your reaction to that. Oh, man, I'm sorry, man. I get too excited. Paul Gomez, if the Rams lose, I blame it on Sean. Okay, yeah, that's fair. He's the head coach. Patrick Peterson, Rams win. There it is. Hot dang, dude. Hot freaking dang. Came down to the wire. A lot of great defenses, man. A lot of great defenses. And unfortunately for Caleb, man, he played a hell of a season, a hell of a postseason. It was not pretty. Don't get me wrong. He threw 5 interceptions in both of these games. But, dude, the late game heroics by Caleb Williams, man. Absolutely something to behold. All right, baby. The championship games are set. We got the Denver Broncos and the Patriots going to face each other next week to see who represents the AFC. And it'll be an NFC West team that'll represent the NFC. It's either going to be Seattle or the Rams, man. Let's go. And we're going to get a repeat, potentially, of a Super Bowl, man. We've seen the Broncos and Seattle play each other, and we've seen the Patriots and the Rams play each other in the Super Bowl within the last, 12-ish years for sure. Hot dang, dude. What a freaking game. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for showing up, guys. An absolute wild finish to this one. Thank you. Before you take off, please, if you get a chance, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Like I said, we're doing every single playoff game, and we're going to keep it rolling, man. Absolutely. Patrick, thanks, Dave. Always fun to chat while watching the games. You too, my brother. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. Heck yeah, man. Wow, dude. What an absolute freaking wild game, man. 2 really good games this week. I like it. Actually, I should say 4. All 4 games were pretty solid. Seattle, probably the only game that was not really truly entertaining. Kind of a blowout, but all the other ones, man, came down to the wire. We got 2 overtime games. Incredible. David Baco, have a good night, my man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man, if you guys are taking off, thank you so much, man. Thank you, man. Have a good night, man. I'll see you guys next week for another 2 games before we find out who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl, baby. Absolutely wild finish, man. Let me look at the final stats here as we're kind of winding down here. Yeah, Stafford throwing the ball 42 times, 20 for 42, less than 50% for Matthew Stafford. Played a lot better in the second half. I think he was 10 for, actually no, he was 10 for 22, I think, or 10 for 21 midway through. So he basically had the same first half, second half. 258 through the air, no touchdowns for Matthew Stafford. No interceptions. He was sacked 4 times. Kyren Williams, 21 carries, 87 yards, and got both of the Rams 2 touchdowns, man. Puka Nacua finishes with 5 for 56. Kobe Parkinson, the tight end, 3 for 56. Jordan Whittington, 2 for 35. It's pretty solid. And Caleb Williams, man, 23 for 42, 257 through the air, 2 touchdowns, but also 3 massive, massive interceptions there. Swift, 19 for 76. Kyle Menengai, 13 for 36. And then finally, Colston Loveland, 4 for 56. DJ Moore, 5 for 52. And then Cole Kmet, 3 for 31, catching the touchdown at the end of regulation there to force overtime. Seastrom, next week will be fun, 100%, man. We got some really good teams that are going to be going up against each other in the championship games. I'm excited. Thought these last 2 games would be whatever. Mostly wanted to watch Seahawks. These last 2 games were anything but 100%, man. Wild freaking games on Sunday, man. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, the Chicago Bears finished 9 for 19 on third down, 3 for 6 on third. Once again, they could have kicked a field goal on their opening drive when they were inside the 10. And then once again, they went for it late in the game before their final drive, try to go for it, to try to score a touchdown, to try to tie it up. And then instead of kicking the field goal, which, once again, hindsight is 20/20, but there's definitely a couple points that Chicago left on the field in this game. So the Rams 5 for 16 on third down, 1 for 1 on the fourth. And we had 158 offensive plays run in this game, man, dude. Freaking wild. Yeah, Chicago held the ball for nearly 7 more minutes, but once again, 3 turnovers in this game. Eric, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the channel, man. Appreciate you. Seattle Seahawks defense will put Stafford in check and send him to Cancun. I'm not going to lie. If I'm Stafford, that's not a bad option right there. Like, I win, I go to another Super Bowl. Or I lose, and I get to go to Cancun. I'm not saying there's pressure. There's not pressure to win, but I'm saying, like, it's not a bad second place victory right there, man. Going to Cancun, I'll take it. Eric, what's going on, brother? Who's your team, man? Who's your favorite team? Let me know. Dude, Puka Nacua is jacked right now, man. He is excited. Eric. Hurts has done more than Stafford. It's true. And you're an Eagles fan? Right on, brother. To be fair to Jalen Hurts, though, I feel like Stafford has 11 years more experience. I'm trying to think, Hurts came in 2020, right? He was drafted in 2020. Stafford, I think, was drafted in, I can't remember if it was I think it was 2008. So yeah, man. To be fair, give Hurts a little bit of time. Well, you never know. He's already got 1 Super Bowl. It took Stafford a lot longer to win his first one, so yeah. Like I said, I think Hurts is I think he's a good quarterback, man. I just don't think that offense was good this year, man. The play calling was horrendous. We've seen Hurts play at a high level consistently, man. So Dave, should I boot? JK. How dare you, man? No. He seems cool. He seems cool. Stafford has a better OC. Yeah, I agree. 100%. Honestly, man, if I'm the Eagles, maybe this is kind of a hot take. I'm not completely sold on this one, but I wouldn't mind seeing Mike McDaniel with over there with the Eagles, man. They need something different. Like the early years of McDaniel over there, or McDaniel with the Dolphins, that offense looked great. The first couple of years, man. And even if you only get 1 or 2 great years out of that offense with McDaniel, I think it's worth it. And the way I look at it, it cannot be any worse for the Eagles if they pick up an OC like that. Yeah, man. And oh, okay, so it was 2020. That's where he was drafted. Gotcha, gotcha. Right on, right on. I was remembering as I was like, I'm pretty sure he was the first guy, or actually the only guy from that 2020 draft so far that has been and played in the Super Bowl. Yeah, they're re-showing this interception, man. Just a great diving catch there by Cam Curl. Depends on what OC will work with Sirianni. That is true, man. I don't know. You're an Eagles fan. Like, what have you heard? Like, to me, on the outside, it looks like Sirianni is like seems like a very difficult guy to get along with. But again, typically when I'm seeing him, they're showing him on the sidelines with kind of like a bad look on his face. So, like, how is Nick Sirianni like in the community in Philadelphia? What do fans and what do people kind of hear about him? Is he like a good guy? Is he easy to get along with, but just kind of a little intense? Let me know. I just keep on remembering that he's the guy that a lot of Philly fans were hoping he would get fired before they won the Super Bowl. Then they're like, all right, we'll keep him. And now they're like, well, maybe we should fire this guy again. This guy kind of sucks. Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't think Nick Sirianni is a bad head coach. I think he gets a bad rep. Like you don't win a lot of as many games as he has, and you don't win a Super Bowl with by being a bad coach. Sometimes you can get away with it. You know, maybe you have a one good year, you went on a run, you got lucky, but to have sustained success like Nick has had, I think you have to be a pretty damn good coach. But yeah, dude. So talking about the matchups next week, man. So we got Denver with Jarrett Stidham. They still have that great defense. They still got some good weapons in that offense, but the Jarrett Stidham is really gonna be deciding how that game goes. I could see the Patriots, especially if they play like they did this week. It might be a little iffy. It might be a toss up. But if the Patriots can play at their potential on offense, then I see them getting a win over the Broncos, man. And then for the Rams and Seattle, man, I still think Seattle is the favorite, not only to win in the NFC, but I think to win the Super Bowl, man. I feel like they're the potentially the most complete team. Their offense, when they're able to run the ball, and Sam Darnold is careful and taking care of the ball, the defense takes care of itself over there in Seattle, man. So yeah, dude, if Seattle can play like they did this week, man, they're gonna be basically unstoppable all the way through the Super Bowl. So, but who knows? Sirianni is CEO type head coach. He meddles with the offense and OC. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Hmm. Yeah, and that kind of leadership can definitely rub people the wrong way at times. It can be effective if it works, but sometimes it's a little bit too intense for some people. Some people too much oversight, too much scrutiny. Um, so yeah, yeah, dude. The Rams are definitely gonna have to play a little bit better offensively. They're not gonna be able to get away with basically scoring no points for about half of the game. They're really gonna need to be able to turn it on against Seattle because that defense, like like I said, Chicago's defense. You can look at the standings. They give up yards. They give up a decent amount of yards actually through the air. On the ground, same thing, but they get big turnovers. Seattle, suffocating, man, absolutely suffocating, and they get turnovers as well. Not as many as Chicago, but they do get turnovers. And then On top of that, man, Sam Darnold in this offense, once again, when Kenneth Walker is running as well as he did last week, or this week, Sam Darnold does not need to do a whole lot, man. But he was on point, man. He was ripping the ball to his receivers. So, Eric, the players like him though. That's what I see. That is what I see with Sirianni, man. It looks like the players respond to him well. So, unless you're AJ Brown, but but yeah, man, it seems like they like him. So I think that's why I'm just like, I mean, the guy wins. The players like him. Can't really knock the guy. So, but yeah, yeah, dude, it's gonna be interesting, man. I want to see what Seattle does against this Rams team, because you can run the ball on this Rams team. Chicago did a decent job of it. I wish they would have done a little bit more of it, but yeah, man, the Seahawks have a clear path, I think, to the Super Bowl, but they're gonna have to tango with their division rival here, and man, in those divisional games, you never know where they go. Seahawks defense line is tough and will speed up Stafford. True. Yeah, man, they were getting to Purdy, man. They were putting pressure on Purdy all freaking night. Yeah. And the Rams defense, surprisingly, they couldn't get really a whole lot of pressure on Williams. They had a couple chances to bring him down, but to be fair, man, Williams is probably one of the slipperiest quarterbacks in the NFL, man. Is a borderline Houdini of being able to get out of a sack. But yeah, man, if the Rams can get some pressure on Sam Darnold, we've seen what happens to Sam when he gets pressured, man. Starts to kind of force the ball a little bit, gives the defenses a couple chances at some picks. So if the front seven of the Rams can get pressure early and maybe take a lead, I think that's gonna be the best way for the Rams to win that game. Get pressure on Sam Darnold, slow down the run just enough, and then take a lead early, and I think they're going to be in the driver's seat the rest of the way. It's not a guarantee. I'm not going to make that declaration by any means. But, yeah. Williams' arm is ridiculous. Yep. Yeah, man. Even last year when the Chicago Bears were not playing well, man, I remember people were like saying, "Oh, this guy sucks. He's a bust." I was like, first off, it's his first year, man. But dude, I just saw so many flashes of a great quarterback, not just a good one, a great quarterback. And I was hoping he would regress. I was hoping he would get worse this year, but not the case, man. Caleb Williams is going to be a freaking problem for the NFC North for a long time. The kid is legit, man, and he's a damn good quarterback. Great arm, good accuracy, can waver at times for sure. But everything else around him, all the tools that he has to himself, and then the tools that they're building in that offense. Yeah, man, Chicago's gonna be good for a while, man. If they can make that defense just a little bit better. David, all things considered, this was a great season for Chicago compared to what they have been. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. Oh, actually, I got to update the records real quick. Sorry about that. Rams to 14-5, and the Chicago Bears dropping their 7th and final game of the season. Let me see here. Brad Johnson is innovative too. Oh, Ben Johnson? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Ben is a. I don't like him because he doesn't like my team. He's talking some smack. He's talking some smack to the Packers, man. And but I like I said it, man. I like it. It kind of fires up the rivalry a little bit, and hopefully the Packers can smack the Bears a couple times next year. But yep. Yeah, but Ben Johnson, man, he's definitely changed the way that this team plays. Not just in terms of the plays, but just like the culture, the mindset, man. Chicago's offense is aggressive. They don't seem unsure of themselves. They seem confident in the way that they're running the plays, and I got to give it to them, man. That's a hell of a freaking team that they've been able to build over the last couple of years. They got weapons all over. Luther Burden, Walker, the guy that scored the touchdown against Green Bay, unfortunately, in the regular season. Tight ends up the wazoo. Yeah, man. Chicago is going to be a good team offensively for a long time, and their defense is not far behind. Are they going to extend the Packers head coach LaFleur? They did. LaFleur, I think he signed his contract yesterday. So, yep. Which is good. To me, LaFleur is one of the best coaches in the NFL. When you look at his record, the way like one of the best winning percentages in the NFL today, one of the top four coaches at winning games. They've made the playoffs 6 out of the last 7 years with them. It's a lot of it has to do with execution by the players. There's been some drops by receivers. Don't get me wrong, LaFleur is not perfect, but he's a guy that I do want the Packers to keep because I like the way he play. I like the way he play calls most of the time, and I feel like the team responds to him. So. Yeah, I think the thing with LaFleur, man, is he needs to find um, uh, some better offensive coaches around him. I feel like that's been the issue for a little bit, and that is on him. He does pick his staff, so he's got to improve. Love has to get better. I think Love was, for the most part, he was fine, dude. During that game in Chicago, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Threw for like over 300 yards. Like if you look at that game, look at it again. Love put the ball in the right spot most of the time, but his receivers just did not catch it, or it was just great. It was a great defensive play by Chicago. Yeah, I feel like Love has usually not been the biggest issue on most of the games that the Packers have lost over the last 3 years. Love has been explosive at times, been very careful with the ball, and I don't know. To me, he's a top 10 quarterback, man. And I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm trying to be unbiased. I think Love is a great quarterback. I think he can still take a next step. But yeah, he's not to the Joe Burrows or the Pat Mahomes level, but he's definitely in that Justin Herbert area where, just needs to take that extra step to get into the elite level. Well, he had some drops through from the receivers. Yeah, that's usually been the issue for Green Bay, man. Like during the San Francisco game, I think I don't think it was last year, but 2 years ago, the receivers dropped I think 7 passes in that game, and a lot of those could have been first rounds. During last week against Chicago, there was a couple drops. I think there was 3 or 4 from the receivers there. Not as much, but yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Love does need to step it up. I think. I would agree with you on that one, but I feel like he's been really solid, man. He's been really dang solid, man. I don't think he was the problem against Chicago. Once again, 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. Like, didn't make a whole lot of mistakes in that game. Just the offense just kind of stalled out. Couldn't get the running game going really at all. Yeah, I'm trying to think here. Um, yeah, dude, there's gonna be some really interesting hires because I think there's a chance that Jeff Halfley, the defensive coordinator for the Packers, might be leaving for a head coaching job here in the NFL. I think he's getting a second interview with Miami, with the Dolphins there. And apparently, according to local Green Bay reporters, the Packers have begun looking for a replacement for Jeff Hafley. And it's not that they're going to fire him. They just think that he's going to be coaching somewhere else. So, Eric, well, good talk, man. Good luck with your content streaming too. Eric, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. It was good talking to you, brother. And we'll see how the Eagles play next year, man. It'll be fun to see if they can maybe kind of play some better offense, because that defense is a problem over there in Philly, man. They're a damn good defense. But I'll catch you, man. Have a good night. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for me, man. What a freaking day, man. Two great freaking games. A lot of defense, man. A lot of freaking defense. A lot of turnovers. We had 8 turnovers in the first game between the Texans and the Patriots. 5 from the Texans. 4 turnovers for C.J. Stroud. And then this game, a handful of turnovers, man. 3 interceptions by Caleb Williams. And, yeah, man. The Rams going up against Seattle next week. That's going to be a fun one. And then for the AFC, it'll be Jarrett Stidham taking on Drake May, a former New England Patriot leading the Broncos after Bo Nix broke a bone in his ankle. And that's going to be a wild one. I think the Patriots will be favored to win that game, but who knows? All right, Seastrom, have a good one. Always appreciate you, buddy. But yeah, man, have a good night, guys. Thank you so much, man. Have a great one. I'll catch you guys next week. And yeah, we're going to keep it rolling, brothers. We're going to keep it rolling. Thank you so much, man. Have a good night. Once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Thank you.